Mills, and I'm the current reigning Miss Nude Universe. I'm here in New York to show Howard Stern just how I won the Miss Nude Universe pageant. We'll see if I can do it all on film. So he's a shock jock. I'm here to show him.
I would imagine you're comfortable with getting nude for Howard, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that sort of like an ambition of yours that you wanted to get nude for Howard?
You know, I've never been nude for any other talk show, any other person in the world, but Howard, I'll do it for.
All right, why don't we bring in Miss Nude America?
McKenna? Can you follow me, please?
Sure can.
Is that okay there?
Am I walking too fast?
Here's Miss Nude America. Miss Nude America.
Universe.
Miss Nude Universe. Excuse me.
Pluto is tough.
Man, you got a husky voice.
I know. I'm sorry. It's early.
You sound like a guy.
Wow. I know.
You don't look like one, but you sure do sound like one.
Every time guys ask me every once in a while, and I'm like, yeah.
They ask you if you used to be a man?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, they do every once in a while because of my voice.
You know, it's so bad on radio when you get a girl in here who's got a nice body with the big boobies and everything. And she comes in, she's like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Because guys at home are going, she can't be hot.
She can't be beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. By the way, this is Miss Nude Universe.
Oh, boy.
And because I have such a crack staff, they don't even give me Miss Nude Universe's name.
McKenna Mills. As a matter of fact, they can't have my pageant anymore because the regular Miss Universe sued our industry not to use the title anymore.
Oh.
So I'm the last one.
Now, let me ask you something. You're going to be naked today?
Absolutely.
What do you do? Explain, because this is not like the Miss Hawaiian Tropic. You go down there. How many girls enter?
There were 45 the year I was in it.
And what do? You just stand around naked?
No, we do our shows.
You're a strip show?
Yeah.
You're an exotic dancer.
Everybody does it different. Everybody has a different show, but it's a 20-minute show.
Your can's real?
Yeah. Well, one is and one isn't. I had cancer.
You had cancer?
Oh. Yeah. So
Hey, move that sash. Let me see your boobies.
Okay.
Let me pick out which one is real and which one isn't.
Okay.
Now, hold on. All right, let me see. Let me see.
It
Pull
would
up
be
your top.
easy to tell is what you're saying?
No, it's very difficult. I had a great surgeon.
All right, good.
You had boob cancer?
I had malignant melanoma, but it was on one chest.
What's that? Malignant. Does that mean cancerous?
Skin cancer, real bad skin cancer.
Really?
My sister died of breast cancer.
But you didn't have breast cancer. You had skin cancer on your breast.
But I'm here.
What'd you do? What, do you sunbathe a lot or something?
I didn't. I'm from Nebraska originally. I didn't get out in the sun, but...
Now, let me see your boobies. Just lift up that top.
Okay.
Let me see that. Whoa. It's going to be a tough one, Robin.
What do you think?
Hold on. I'm having trouble deciding.
You got to study it a little.
I think the one to my right, your left, is fake.
You're right.
Yep.
Why did you say that?
Because I'm a goddamn genius. Maybe I can't play Jeopardy, but I can play this.
You're the only one that got it right.
Yep.
That's ever gotten it right.
You want to know how I can tell?
How?
It's
the scar.
No scar. I can see it just looked a little unnatural the way it was hanging to the. I mean, barely to the normal eye. No one would know.
You're the only one that's ever gotten it right.
You're so proud of yourself.
I'm more proud of this than if I just discovered a cure for AIDS. Oh. It just didn't hang as smoothly. But it's so subtle to the normal human eye.
In a dark nightclub, they never notice.
Yeah.
No.
In a dark nightclub, I look good.
Nobody would notice anywhere.
Yeah,
You would never know.
You're the only one that's ever gotten it right, and they're like got a bird's eye view, real close.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
So Miss Nude Universe wrote a book. Did you write it, or did someone write it for you?
I wrote it, but it's not near as long as yours.
Right. But you wrote it yourself?
I did.
Something. You said the year you won your contest. When did you win?
It was 96. That's the last year that there will be a Miss Nude Universe.
Okay.
This is like a bunch of strippers get together and give someone a title.
Yeah, but you know what? Whenever we meet them, they never won in the year that they're here.
No.
They won years ago.
Holly
She is the last title holder of Miss Universe.
So she's going to be Miss Universe forever.
Yeah, so
Miss Naked Universe. So what happened is the Mrs. Universe pageant sued the Miss Universe Naked Universe pageant.
Howard, you know who that is?
Who?
Mr. Donald Trump.
Yeah, but you can't blame the guy because they think it's Miss Universe.
You say Miss Universe or Mrs. Universe?
Mrs. Universe.
No, Miss.
Oh, it says here Mrs.
Yeah, Miss Universe.
Who wrote these notes?
Casey. Casey, not Gary Casey.
Yeah, well, Casey's got to get this together. He's got to start writing down the right stuff and learn how to spell.
Because if you had said Miss Universe, I would have definitely said Donald Trump, but you said Mrs. Universe. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
what
it's just
that
Mrs. Universe. Miss Universe sued the Miss Naked Universe?
Yes.
I see.
And I was going to title my book Miss Nude Universe.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump's camp their attorney called me and said, no, we'll sue you. And I'm like, I got a lot of money.
Well, he paid like $50 million to own that pageant. I don't blame the guy.
That title means a lot to him.
Yeah, it means a lot.
All right, so let's go into your history. Were you molested?
No.
You were not?
No.
That's a lie, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Really?
I'm from Nebraska. My
Come from a
parents
broken home?
No. Well, my family got a divorce. I was the last child. I was a senior in high school.
There you go.
They were together 24 years.
Mm-hmm.
And were you a lesbian ever?
No, you know what? This is so gross. You're going to die. I'd rather see two guys doing it.
Really?
Two
That's
girls
nothing
turns me
gross.
off.
That's good.
Okay.
It's nice to see a stripper who likes guys. You started dancing in order to pay for your sister's medical bills? Because your sister was dying?
Well, my sister had cancer.
What kind of cancer?
Breast cancer.
Breast?
By the way, my book, I'm giving 10% away to they're having that march this weekend for breast cancer here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give 10% of my book to that.
Honey, why don't you know, if you make any money with this book, maybe you ought to hold on to it.
I know.
No one will begrudge you that.
Well, give them my 888 number.
I will in a second. I'm interviewing you. We're going to get somebody interested in this thing.
Okay.
All right.
So she started dancing to pay her sister's medical bills. What were you doing before that?
I was an accountant for a doctor's office. Office manager.
Yeah, smart girl, huh?
Not bad.
They wise up. They start doing the accounting work for strippers, and they realize they can make a lot of money.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you got a nice body on you. Why not show it off?
I'm old, too. I shouldn't say that on the air.
Are you old? How old are you?
36.
Really?
Yeah.
And when did you start?
Late age. Well, I danced for 2 years when my sister had cancer.
Ever turn
and then
tricks?
I got out of it because I haven't. I was offered $50,000 in Russia.
To make love to a guy?
American $100 bills, yeah. To
And what was it?
Russian
Was the
dude.
guy a Russian?
Yeah.
Russian dudes are so horny because the women over in Russia suck.
That's not true.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
beautiful
No,
until
they're
they're
not.
30,
Big
but
models and
after-
actresses.
They look like potato girls.
after they're
Howard.
after they're 30, they're not attractive. But
Really?
before, oh yeah, but they're beautiful. Before.
No, they're not.
I'm telling you, they're all models and
I've seen those
actresses
Russian
now.
models. They're not that good looking.
Oh,
And they're
please.
soft, and they don't even have hard bodies.
That's true.
Yeah.
They eat wrong.
They look like Nikito Khrushchev.
Nikito?
Yeah. Anyway, so
I've got a whole chapter about Russia. That's an interesting chapter.
the guy
You
offered you
like it.
$50,000 and you wouldn't do it?
No, he's mafia. I'm kind of a nationalist too. I'd rather have an American guy offer me that much.
You've
than
never
I-
taken money for sex?
Nope.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that awful?
That's
Are
unbelievable.
you married?
No.
No.
I should have.
I'll give you $8 right now.
Yeah.
Give me some
I do you
fellatio.
for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, honey. That's nice.
I
baby.
swallow.
Ooh. God knows what.
For information, wait to be asked.
Yeah, McKenna Mills, Miss Nude Universe. So, okay. So your sister dies
Yeah.
from breast cancer?
Yeah.
Couldn't they just lop off her breast?
They
Well,
did.
It spread.
It did. It spread. She was 3 years fighting that.
Wow.
How old was she? Younger than you?
33 when she died.
Really?
Yeah.
That must have been a bummer.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so you made some money. You were able to get her the best doctors, but even these guys couldn't help her.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
All right, then you got skin cancer on your boobie?
Yeah. Yeah. I probably would have never noticed it had I not gone through that with my sister. So I just happened to notice it on my chest, so I went in, and they came back malignant melanoma.
What does it look like? A little brown spot?
Yeah, it's a mole that kind of turned red.
I got a red mole on my stomach.
There we go.
Robin, look,
Don't
come here.
Even
Can
start.
I see?
Maybe
Yeah.
she'll be able to.
I
tell
wanna
us
see.
what it
Come
is.
over here.
All right.
Here, look at this. Here. What's that?
Wait, I got to get close.
I got a melanoma. God.
Don't you start up.
Come over here, honey. Take a look at that. What is that?
That one's not.
This one.
That one might be.
Which one? This?
You-
Get out of here.
Why don't you have all those things removed?
This one's suspicious?
That one might be, but I don't think they both look good.
They both look
They
good?
look great.
They look good?
Yeah, they look good. I know you got a big dick too. I know.
What?
You know I got what?
I know. Wait.
What do you know I got?
I know you got a big dick. You always say you have a small
Oh,
one. but-
whoa. Easy.
I'm
Easy.
sorry. All the guys that say they have small ones
Small
always have the
penis.
biggest.
Small penis.
I'm
I don't know what
sorry.
the difference is, but
Penis.
okay.
We have to say
You're
penis.
saying you think I have a big penis?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Why do you
Because
think
you always say that it's small, and all the guys that say it's small
You figured me
have
out.
big ones because they don't want
You
to scare
figured me out. I'm huge. All right, so you're smart too. I only wish that was true.
I'm not smart.
Believe me, neither am I. Okay, so you found this mole, and you said, "That's it. I'm going to kill myself." And you put a gun to your head?
You know what? I was a real low point. I had a bad relationship. I lost my sister. Didn't know what was going to happen to me.
You into anal sex?
So, into anal. You know, oh man, that is the thing of the '90s. Guys want to do that, and I'm
Are
not
you into that?
it.
You're not
No.
into it? Believe me, I'd easy into it.
I tried the thing.
He's back into it.
I can't go
Don't get
into
graphic.
specifics.
Don't get graphic.
But no, I haven't. I'm still a virgin with the penis in it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Sorry.
Easy. These strippers don't get the rules.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm pretty candid.
As Robin has said many times on the show, you must relax back there.
Oh, stop
in
it.
order
I've
to
never
do that.
said that. He's making that up.
Well, you relaxed when you did it,
I
right?
never said anything.
But you did relax.
I never said anything.
As a woman who has done
I
it.
never said anything.
But let me ask you something.
What? You're talking to Miss Universe. You don't have her here every
I'm
day.
not talking to Miss Universe. I'm talking to Miss Nude Universe.
Yeah, well, Miss Nude Universe.
Get that straight. We don't.
Yeah, all
wanna
right.
get
Let me ask
sued.
you this. You say you've tried anal sex, but you're very nervous back there.
She's nervous.
Very nervous.
Very nervous.
I didn't try
Robin.
it with
Oh, here we
As
go.
someone-
Miss Nude Universe.
Stop
She's
that.
Written a book.
Come on. As someone, you're not shy about this.
But
As someone
I
who's
have
done this,
no desire to talk about it.
can you coach her a little bit?
No, I wouldn't know how.
Little girl talk?
No.
What did you do? How did you
it's
get into
100
it?
years ago, Howard. I'm too young. I was too young.
One
You have to
lesson-
be young, I guess.
One lesson from me, you'll be able to do it with a total stranger.
Yes, Jackie. One lesson
Relax
from
with
you.
You can 2 minutes later with a
Don't
stranger.
tell me you're getting embarrassed about it.
Yes, Jackie. You could teach her.
Are you getting embarrassed about this?
No.
You seem like you're not.
You make out that I did this a lot and that it was a part of my repertoire, and it's
Two
not.
times you did it.
That's a lot.
Not.
That's more than once.
That's
Did you get a hemorrhoid from it? Or
Did you get a hemorrhoid, Robin?
I wouldn't know. I never had hemorrhoids.
So if you do it right, you don't get a hemorrhoid. See?
Oh, okay.
She's really good.
So you'd
at it.
have to pick the right person.
Robin met a guy in 15 minutes.
Oh,
he was
here
over
we
his
go.
sink.
15 minutes. It was a whole evening.
You know why? Because
It was an hour.
It was a whole evening.
Heat of passion.
A whole evening.
Yeah.
You just met the guy.
I met him earlier in the evening before that happened.
Spent the whole
You know
night.
what? The guy probably was small, so you had to.
Please. Allow me. All right. So you were relaxed that night, would you
Oh,
say?
here we go. No, I wasn't relaxed at
It just
all.
took you by surprise.
I was not relaxed at all.
You weren't. You were uptight.
No, I was not uptight either.
You were just normal back there.
No, I wasn't.
What were you?
Totally relaxed. Bent over that sink.
You must have been relaxed.
I was not relaxed.
All right. But you were normal.
I wasn't normal.
Why?
Were you drinking?
No.
No. You did that without drinking.
I wasn't drinking a thing.
Was it that the guy took you by such fast surprise?
No, I told you once. I told you.
You were so hot that anything could have happened.
You're just hot.
You're just hot. And he knew what he was doing, so it worked out.
Yeah, I mean anything would have worked.
Had he hesitated or not, if he hadn't been so good, you never
It
would have
wouldn't
gone for
happen.
it.
That's right.
Right. So it's really up to the man to really be good.
Yeah.
I would say that. Yeah.
Wow. This guy was so cocksure of himself that he was able to. All right. So anyway. All right, so when you knew you had the cancer on your breast, you said, "I'm going to kill myself."
It was a long night. It was a very long night. I thought about it. It was a tough time for me.
All right. So it says in your book, though, you were a construction worker and then you quit to go and strip.
Yeah, there was a time in between. I got out of dancing after I was diagnosed with cancer. I got out of dancing for 5 years or so.
Why wouldn't you go back to accounting?
I was
Doesn't pay
down
the
in
bills.
Florida where all the construction is, and they hired me. I learned from the ground up. I was
And it was fun for you to take it. The first time you took your clothes off, it was easy?
No,
It was very embarrassing.
it was tough.
You come from the type of family that isn't into that kind of
Oh,
thing?
and we're so rigid.
How old were you
know,
when you lost your virginity?
17.
17?
Oh, God.
How many guys?
One guy.
Black guy? White guy?
White guy.
White guy.
In Nebraska. I mean, come on.
No blacks in Nebraska?
Not in my hometown.
Take a note of that for all the racists out there.
Tell Daniel.
Daniel
He's
Carver
gonna
go to
get a move
Nebraska.
next.
I have no problem with that, though. I've
your
had one.
Better than a white guy?
No. The best I've ever had was a white guy.
Robin says she's been with both, and she says that a white guy did rate right up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? The
But
one
not
you,
every white guy.
Was that the white guy you met in the Bahamas?
Yeah.
I knew it. She came back all giddy one year. We were still at it. No, we were here at K-Rock in New
Yeah,
York.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and you came back all giddy. I said, "What's up?" I met this guy in Bahamas. I go, "Yeah, black guy, white guy." She goes, "White guy." And he had the shorts on, the white shorts.
Oh, now why do Miss Nude Universe?
Yeah, I like this, though. I like hearing about it.
The guy was in like little white shorts. He had like one of those Captain Stubing outfits.
No.
That's the way I had it pictured.
Bathing suit. He was
He
on
was?
a boat when I met him.
How soon did he get in your pants?
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, him another guy? 2 seconds?
No.
Hey.
I'm with you 20 years. You know, no name fellatio. Because Robin turned to me that day. I remember it like it was yesterday. You said to me, "I'm here, but my heart is still in the islands."
No, I never said that. I didn't leave my heart there.
But I remember.
You were the one who said, "Why would you? Are you going to go back?" I said, "No."
Yep, you were done. You know what? You're like a black widow spider. You devour your mate. No, you said something to me like,
No, he wrote me a letter and said I'd always be welcome.
She was good.
but then when you said to me,
What?
I'm here, but I left my vagina there.
Oh, God. I never said
You
anything.
never said that? Maybe it was someone else.
Your mind.
Oh, okay.
Paraphrasing.
All right. So you never killed yourself.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
You are here. Okay. Because that'd be a better ending to the book.
Yeah, it would be.
And what is this? You opened a school to teach women how to strip?
Yeah. Yeah. And but the club that I was doing it through sold their club, so now.
And women would really, I mean, how hard is it to
Who
strip?
comes to
Well, you know, it's like they're taking that next step. They're
Gives them practice.
yeah, and they want to. You know, there's a lot of different movement when you're a feature. You have to really act a little bit more. You got to entertain for 20
And what would a
minutes
woman?
on
And what would a
stage.
woman pay you for this kind of lesson?
It was $200 a week.
$200 a week. And how long was the course?
5 days, 4 hours a day.
Now, when you were Miss Nude Universe, you entered this contest. You had to be in an evening gown and then strip out of your evening gown.
No, we have our costumes. The costume I wore that year was a little over $3,000.
And then you had to answer questions like a personality thing.
Yeah, can you believe that? They make you answer
what
the
do they
questions.
ask
That's how I
Now
went.
here's the questions. Now tell us what you answered, okay?
Okay.
Women's rights. Has it hurt us or helped us, and why?
Yep, that's one of them that I had to answer. I've been in several pageants.
So what did you say?
You know, I had guys sitting there, so I said, I think at first it was great so women could go out and help bring home some money with the man so that he didn't have to carry the entire burden.
I'd be laughing already.
I know,
Yeah.
but it was guys, so
Okay,
you
go
have to
ahead.
be
Yeah,
careful.
drunk guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
don't even
said, but-
understand the answer.
She's saying
But
at
I
first,
said- now, I
at
haven't-
first it was good, the women's rights, because they got to bring home money.
and help the man
All right,
carry
but
some
yeah.
of the burden. And then as time has gone on, I don't think men like to be force-fed, and women's rights has done that. So I've got to be with the men on this. I don't think it's a positive right now for.
You are so freaking eloquent.
Yeah.
I could see why you won Miss Nude Universe.
Ask her another question.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, here's your second question.
We had sexual questions.
Because that was fascinating, your first one. All right. If you could pick a celebrity to be sexual with, who would it be and why? What did you
It'd be
answer?
Howard.
No, what did you answer?
Howard.
No, what did you answer? Seriously.
Seriously, I didn't get that question.
You didn't?
Somebody else,
So answer it
somebody
now.
else got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have a pick, thing. But the first.
See, what I would do if I was like being Miss Nude Universe and a bunch of drunken guys are, sort of like in judgment of me,
Yeah.
I'd pick the ugliest guy. I'd go like, I don't really care about how a guy looks, so I'd go with like Woody Allen or like Danny DeVito, because I don't even care as long as the guy has sex with me 24 hours a day. So I'd like an uglier guy because ugly guys are so horny.
The first thing I thought of, though, it wasn't celebrity. Who would you pick and why? They just left it wide open.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought of was the judge that's going to give me a 10.
Here's a question that you can answer.
Uh-oh.
If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do? That was one of your questions.
See, that was answered to the Miss Nude World last year, and I was sitting there thinking about that. I'd go steal a bunch of money, probably.
You would.
Yeah.
You would be dishonest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus.
You would steal money?
I would steal.
See, you don't know how to
I'd
answer.
go to
I don't know how
Fort
you won the
Knox.
contest. Here's what I'd
No,
say. Here's what
actually-
I would say.
Well, maybe
What I would
we'll
love to
win this
do is
contest.
be. I could win this contest. I would love to be invisible for a day, so I could just sneak into guys' bedrooms and look at them because I can get off just watching a guy take his clothes off.
Oh, that's excellent.
And I don't even care if it's a fat, disgusting, smelly, bald guy because that turns me on even more.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I'd say.
That's beautiful.
A
That
fat,
is.
disgusting, smelly guy.
Yeah, I'd like to sneak
I don't
into the.
think guys like to think of themselves that way.
Yeah, every guy in the bar thinks he's the best looking guy that ever
Yeah,
lived.
but if they think you're easy, then they'll even want you more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'd like
You
to-
would win.
I would win. I'd be Miss Nude
You've
Universe.
been on
You would.
personality alone.
All right, how do we get this book of yours?
$800. It's not distributed because I
It's hard to believe.
What is it called?
I published it myself. So
What's it called?
I'm not like you, Howard. I'm not a star. It is called Stripped, the toughest dance of all.
Is there naked pictures of you in it?
Absolutely.
Let me see you naked. Do you mind?
I don't mind.
I'd like to see what won Miss Nude Universe.
Yeah.
Am I going to strip down like right now?
Just take off your clothes.
The sash off?
Yeah, of course take the sash off. Sash is blocking your boobies. I want to see the boobies.
Sash helps me make it a little bit nicer.
Let me see how you look. How old are you, 36?
36.
You got a nice tight ass for a 36-year-old. Here, pick that
she
microphone
looks like
up so I
she's
can...
20.
Yeah, let me see that.
You
have any
talk to
kids?
You too. I can't talk and strip.
You got a baby?
No.
Yeah? Oh, good. That's good. That's why you look good. As soon as you have a baby, you look
Robin's
disgusting.
trying not to look.
Oh, Robin wants a look.
I do not.
She'll take a peek.
Sure.
Your boobies look nice. Those look good. How tall are you?
5'8".
Yeah, you got a nice little bod on you.
Am I going totally nude?
Hey, let me see it all. Man, are you totally shaved or what? Oh, just a little bit.
just-
Turn around. Let me see your butt. Let me see that.
Hide the bad.
Let me see your butt. The bad part? Oh, yeah. You need a little work in your
I've got a
thighs.
little bit of hair
You
damage.
got a little cellulite. All you do, you get the lipo on
Just a
there.
little bit of hair damage. Oh, I'll do that. I'll be in line here pretty quick.
Yeah, get the lipo back there. Your ass is nice. It's below your ass. You need a little work.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. They lipo that crap right out of you.
I don't want to do that yet, Howard.
Oh, you're ready. You're ready. You're not bad.
Can I put I'm not bad. Come on.
What are you putting back on?
Make it sound a little better so my
You putting your clothes back on?
Yeah. Do you want me to sit here naked? I
I
might
don't
leave
care.
work.
It doesn't bother me. What do you guys think?
She's good.
Yeah.
She deserves the title.
Yeah, I'd bang you.
So she still features?
Would you really?
Sure, I would.
Cool.
I'd
We
bang
need
the
a
wall
permission
over there.
slip from your wife.
I'd bang Fred.
Oh, no.
He has.
Hey, come on now.
So does she still feature? She still dancing?
Did you tell him my stomach was good?
I didn't say that your stomach was that good. Let me see it.
What?
She has a great stomach.
She does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see a little bit of fat on there.
Oh, boy.
No way.
Oh, come on. There's a little bit of fat on there.
Just a little.
I got fat too. Hey, but I'm not Miss Nude Universe.
You got more fat than she does.
Let me see. Stand up for
My
a second.
stomach is
Robin, look at
pretty
her
fat.
stomach. I see some
I
fat.
think her
Damn
stomach is
flat.
great.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, it is pretty good.
Got good one.
Oh, how? You're going to make her nuts.
I don't know. Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
But you're right about the hair damage on the back part.
Hey, you got a little cellulite on your below your ass. Big deal. They suck that right
That's
out.
cute.
I saw a friend go through that. I don't want to do that yet.
Honey, you're
That
going to do it
hurts.
now. If you were my girl, you're going to be in the... I'd get you right over to lipo
Right.
today.
You've been so successful getting your girl's plastic surgery.
I'd schedule you for 10 o'clock this morning.
Will you really?
Yeah, they'd schedule you for 10 and have you out by tomorrow.
Sure.
Keep you overnight.
And all your girls get plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's Miss Nude Universe. Her name is McKenna Mills, and she's written a book. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, there it is. You could be Miss Nude Universe, too, if they hadn't taken away the title, Robin. That's the way it is.
So, all right. Well, little heartbreaking story then. Making sure you still have everything.
Yeah.
So, McKenna, you happy you got to come down on the show? You got to get
Oh,
naked for Howard?
absolutely. Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. He didn't pick on me too bad. It was okay. Everybody asked me if I'd be afraid, and I was excited to be here, but I wasn't afraid. You know, have fun with him, do what you're supposed to do, and there you are.
That's right.
I got naked. He picked on my body a little bit.
What did he say? What was he saying?
He said, well, he's right, though. He's absolutely right. I have a
did he say?
little bit of hair damage on the back of my legs that needs to be worked on, but my stomach's doing good for my age.
So what are you going to do? What's your next step? Are you going to, like, take care of, I mean, taking his criticism?
I don't know about the lipo. I've had friends that have gone through that surgery. I've seen it. I don't think I can do it yet, but maybe I need to work out a little bit better and change my diet. Then I'll come back. I'll send him a picture.
All right, McKenna, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about former pageant participant Carrie Ann Peniche, however you say her name. She talked about her drug addiction. She talked about all the crappy stuff that happened in her life. I talked about how she's a professional victim. We decided whether we believed her or not, so here's how it went.
Gary, you were pretty harsh on Carrie Ann. You thought that she wasn't exactly being truthful today.
Yeah, I was going to go in there and give it to her more, but I didn't want to beat up on her. But I sort of said it pretty much about first of all, if you watch the videotape, it's all over YouTube. Just put in Rebecca Gayheart, and the video comes up like 1,000 times. It does not, again, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to tell you I know exactly what happened. But a naked guy doesn't walk around two almost naked chicks, or videotape them while they're in a bathtub just for fun. She made it sound like it was like they were frolicking, like it was fun. We just were. I mean, give me a break. I mean, you insult my intelligence when you do that. And then as I listened to her story, it seemed like a lot of bad things happened to her, but it's never her fault.
So she's always the victim.
Yeah, I mean, somebody stayed in her house but stole her stuff, and Dr. Drew set her up, and I don't know. Just like at some point, you got to take responsibility when bad things happen to you. It's not always your fault, but some of it's got to be either bad decisions or putting yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that whole rap about, I didn't know what it was going to be. Well, so I don't know. Will, she said she's done all 3 of his shows, right? She's done Sex Rehab,
Celebrity Rehab,
Sober House.
At Sober House. So which one has she done? Is this the 3rd show she's doing, or is she doing them now all in order?
Well, what Dr. Drew said was she was on Sex Rehab, and then it became clear she had a drug problem, so she did Celebrity Rehab, and I assume Sober House comes after Celebrity Rehab.
So she did all those shows. It took her all those shows to figure out that she didn't like it.
Right, none of them are on the air.
Which all pay.
Right, exactly.
And pay well. I mean, I know for a fact.
Well, it's one of the things that's funny when the her publicist was trying to pitch her to come on. He's like, she has 30 hours of television coming up.
But I mean, I know that those things pay. She probably got paid somewhere between $100 to $200,000 for each show. So I'm going to say on the short end, she probably walked away with $300,000. Not the worst thing in the world. And okay, if you're going to sell out, then if you're going to take the money and you know that you're going on television to talk about your sex life and your drug life and all this other stuff, then you got to pay. That's what it is, man. You got to take the shit that goes with it.
Now, is it fair to classify her as a sex addict based on what we heard today?
Didn't sound like it. Sounds like she likes to jerk off a little bit, and she has sex with guys. She said she doesn't have a lot of sex with a lot of guys.
Will, what do you think? Is it fair to call her a sex addict?
I don't know. I think that term is kind of interesting. She clearly didn't want help, so she's not really willing to admit she has a problem if she does. Isn't a sex addict? She's just basically a slut. No?
No, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, she kept saying, she goes, I'm a love addict, which I think for a lot of women, that's what it is. I mean, it's a loosely defined thing.
So you're saying she's looking for somebody to love her, but if she has to sleep with them along the way, that's a sex addict?
Or maybe she'll do the wrong things to get love.
Did you ask for her phone number?
Yeah, but it was silly. I mean, did I think she was hot? Of course.
I didn't ask that.
Would I be willing to date her? Yes.
I didn't ask that either.
But Doug just said, "Hey, we go ask her for her number." So I was like,
and you didn't go, "Oh no, that's stupid and embarrassing."
No, I mean that was an opportunity to do that for using it as excuses. Right. Doug just told me to ask for her number.
So don't brush it off like, "Oh, I did it because Doug told me to do it."
I'm a sex addict.
Doug told you to do it, but it was
looking for love.
It was a great way for you to do what you would have wanted.
Absolutely, I wish Doug would do that every day.
And she told her her cell phone wasn't working.
Yes,
which is great because it worked before and right after.
And also, that is strange. I don't know. But, and you know what's funny? Like I was really nervous. So I wrote down my number, and my hand I was like shaking like so bad.
Really?
She's like, "Is your hand shaking?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I told her I just got in a fight and both my hands were broken.
What?
I was trying to seem tough. Like, I needed a reason for why my hands were shaking so
why were you trying to say? She said she's really into ugly guys who don't have a lot of muscles.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the question? I don't understand.
Why would you try and seem tough at that point?
I realized that. I guess I should have said I got beat up. I guess I should have said.
Now, when a girl like that says, and this is to all you guys, she's really into ugly guys who don't have a lot of muscles. Are you thinking she's?
I'm like, she is in the perfect office right now.
Well, I've been preparing for this for a lifetime. Yeah.
But is she on the level there, or I don't know? I wouldn't say.
Yeah, but ugly guys.
Qualifies.
Yeah, it might mean like that guy Eric, who's with Rebecca Gayheart. That might be an ugly guy without a lot of muscle to her.
He and Rebecca and her are in the bathtub, as she described, but she says that nothing happened. They were just frolicking.
He's laying on the bed. He's naked. And thank God, if you watch it, they blurred out his penis. So I don't have to look at that. And she's laying on the bed naked except for panties, which she usually doesn't wear, but wore for the dress-ups that they were doing for him that they had a videotape while they were high out of their minds.
All right. Wasn't that, other than the high on their mind and out of their minds part, that sounded awfully similar to Howard's bathtub story about everyone being around?
Sounds like they got the exact script.
Right? I mean, very close, no? Yeah. So is it Howard and Carrie Ann, like, the only two have been in that situation where nothing has happened?
So it appears that way.
I think it's I'm being told, you guys don't think it's believable. Why? First of all, why would that part?
Which story? Howard's story or Carrie Ann's story?
Carrie.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it because what's the why would they be running around naked? What's the point? Why is he?
I'm not saying like that. Maybe he, like Eric or the guy, what's his name, whatever his name is, didn't want something to happen. I'm not saying nothing could have happened, but it's not believable that just people are hanging out partying. And
well, she made it sound like it was just a goof. That there was nothing sexual about it. That sure, we just got naked, but that was just we were just goofing around.
So do you think do you think sex happened? I mean, that's what you seem.
I do think sex happened.
And do you think they cut that out? Why is that part not on there?
I don't know. They cut it out. Maybe they just didn't get to it. Maybe they didn't. In other words, at some point, if three people, there's three people there, and they're all and if they're throwing a threesome, then no one's there to work the camera.
Joe,
and maybe they were smart enough to know not to want that part on tape.
Joe in Wisconsin, you're on the wrap-up show.
What's up, John and Gary?
What's up,
Joe?
Hey, I got a couple things about that female, but Benji, you are one creepy fuck, man.
Thank you.
You should have told her you're shaking because you're used to dating girls out of your league and off of Craigslist. Hey, how's that video on YouTube if they're naked? They blur it all out?
Oh my God, no. She looks hot as hell. What is he talking about? The Carrie Ann?
Yeah.
He wants to know how come it's on YouTube, but I don't know. Does YouTube not allow nudity?
Yes. No.
Oh, you have to have an adult account on YouTube to see to have.
But it's still up there. You can see it.
It's on a bunch of sites now.
Hey, how about that one girl from California? That video.
What girl?
Have you seen that?
Oh, Carrie, or the Miss USA.
No, we haven't seen that yet.
The one from California. We're gonna have to check that one out, huh?
I think she's only supposed to be like playing with herself.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll work for me.
And Benji's the creepy one.
Hey, what's up? This is Jason, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, got into a heated discussion with my boss and friend Gary about him saying that he reads books when in actuality he listens to them on CD. He claims it's the same thing. I claim that it is most certainly not, and I think I got under his skin, which sucks because Gary's basically my biggest supporter in the back office. So check it out as I dig myself into a bigger hole.
I want to start off with something that happened at the end of the show, Gary. You go in there to talk about how you read the Michael Orr book, and immediately I guess Howard thought you were being defensive about reading, and this spills over into this whole argument. What's going on?
Well, no, on the air it was fine. When I get back to the office, Jason says, "Listen." Jason gets these balls now. I'm not sure from where. I goof on him. He's taking too many pills, but he goes, "Listen, you got to stop saying that you read a book. You start to sound like an idiot." And I go, "Who the fuck are you?" I go, "Says you." I goes, "I'm telling you, this is how it is." And I was like, "Wow, I give him credit. He has an opinion, and it's not an opinion; it becomes the law."
This was an unsolicited opinion?
Yeah.
He just felt like telling you that you sound stupid saying you read something when you listen to it?
Like I said to John, I guess if I walked in there and said, Howard, I listened to this book on audio, it's just awkward.
Right.
So if Howard says, "Did you read it or listen to it?" I'll say, "I listened to it." And then it becomes that stupid argument again. But I don't know how else you would bring it up. I guess I could say I listened to it, but then that sounds stupid.
I'm fine with someone saying they read a book and they listened.
But it's not reading.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like the book. I mean, what are you going to do? How specific you want to get? Well, I fucked the chick. Okay, she was a blow-up doll. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Well, Jason's argument was, okay, you walked down the block and I drove my car. We both got there. We both got the same way. And I go, "That's a dumb argument." He goes, "Why?" I go, "It's just not the same."
Well, the whole argument was stupid, but how passionate you two were getting about it is what made it great.
Well, I wasn't nearly as passionate. He was just he was angry.
Here comes the wrap-up killer, Jason Kaplan.
Now
running into the studio. Jason, why are you so passionate about Gary saying he's reading
angry?
something?
The man is angry.
Because I like Gary very much, and he does not sound bright when he goes on the air and says that he read something that he clearly didn't read, and then tries to justify it by saying it's the same thing.
Right, that's when I got angry. When he explained to me how I'm not bright.
It didn't sound bright. No, it really doesn't.
He goes, "You know what? When you say that, you don't sound bright."
So what should he say?
And I said,
he should say, I would listen to an audio CD of a book.
But you
or
know,
I listened to a book. If you want to shorten it up,
that's not why Howard was saying he wasn't bright. Do you know that?
I don't know what. I didn't hear what Howard said about him being.
Howard didn't say anything about.
No, yeah, Howard said stop bragging about how many books you.
But when he said you sound stupid because you were all of a sudden just you were arguing back that you got more out of audiobooks than he does from reading comics. He goes, that wasn't the point.
Robin brought up the audiobook.
But then Howard said anyway.
Excuse me for being here for 25 years and sensing something negative that I was getting the shit beat out of me. And pardon me if for one time they weren't fucking with me, I might have overreacted a smidge.
When Gary explained
a smidge
that listening to an audiobook,
let me just say this as a comedian. What Gary just said was very funny, but the choice of smidge brought it up about 30%.
I'm going to go Coach Sal.
Is there a K word he could use?
There is nothing at all similar from reading a book and listening to an audio CD.
That's not
and
what
when you
Gary
explain,
said.
yes, he did. He goes, I get the same thing out of it. First of all, the first words out of Gary's mouth every time he mentions a book he listened to is, I read this book. Now, reading is an act. Reading is a physical act defined in the dictionary. You have to read. Listening to something is not reading.
I understand that I didn't read it, but
no one reads the Howard Stern show every morning.
So let me ask you a question. If I listen to the book and you read the book,
yes,
and we both take a test on it, who
well, actually, we had this incident when I started talking to you one time about the Al Franken book, and you go, he never talked about that, and then it turned out that in the book, or in the CD, they left out chapters that were in the book. So number one, you're not getting the full book experience, and two, you know what? You can drive. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. You could drive someplace, and I could walk there. Now, when I walk there, I don't
clearly you haven't walked anywhere.
When I get oh wow, fat joke. When I get there, I haven't driven there. I can't claim I drove there because I didn't. We're both at the same place.
It depends on the person who's going to get more out of it. It depends on your brain.
It's not about getting out of it. It's not like you listen to CDs, you're stupid. It's not that. It's you listen to CDs, so say you listen to CDs. Don't claim you read.
I know,
when someone calls you on it, you go, oh, it's the same thing.
But do you think if I walked in there and I said, Howard, this movie you're talking about, I listened to the audio CD, don't you think that sounds awkward?
It's honest.
I got that, but it sounds awkward.
But you don't read.
Were you intentionally lying?
I do read. I read a lot of books. I just didn't read that one.
So, Jason, you're saying Gary's lying when he said he read a book?
Yes. When he listened to a book and he says he reads it, he's not being truthful.
Were you intentionally lying to improve your status among our audience?
As soon as Howard said, did you read it or listen to it, I immediately said I listened to it.
Let me punch up Gary's joke on Jason. It's clear you haven't walked a smidge.
I mean, I don't get. I mean, listen. Maybe whatever. You know, this has been a bug up my ass a long time, but
there's a lot of bugs up your ass.
You don't read the books. I mean, you just don't, and you fight it every time someone brings it up. Usually me. You don't read the books. You listen to them.
No, I understand that.
Okay.
But
I just want to make sure you're clear on it.
But I still get the same thing out of it that you do.
If you say so, go crazy.
If an adopted kid listened to a book.
That's where you lose me. Why can't he get the same thing out of it as you do? You're digesting the same information just a different way.
I did not say he couldn't get the same thing.
It's clear he's not digested anything.
No, but you're saying that I don't.
No, I never said that. I said good for you. I mean, listen, some people are oralists or learners, and some people have to read to learn.
How do you know I'm not dyslexic and you're just tormenting me?
Yeah.
Gary, I don't care if you can't read if you're illiterate. It doesn't matter. The point is when you listen to something and claim you've read it, it's not true.
Would you make fun of Precious from that movie?
Oh, totally.
I mean, but she's illiterate, Precious.
I'm sure. Listen, I guarantee
illiterate
you.
Illiterate the 11th thing I goof on her about.
I'm sure Gary will have a lot of walking fat jokes for her.
Jason, do you feel you've been more confrontational lately over the past couple of weeks?
No, not necessarily.
Well, then you got to grab a mirror. You got to grab a mirror, bro, because I've definitely been noticing it. The Lisa G attack was brutal.
Well, it's well deserved.
No, and you felt bad.
I felt bad afterwards. But I came on too hard.
Has there been any dose changes?
No. There's 20 milligrams as high as they go with Lexapro. I've been on the same 20 milligrams for 4 years now.
You've been doubling up.
I've not been doubling up
because it does seem like you're more willing, especially on the wrap-up show, willing to be the voice that, and I will give Jason credit for this, sometimes people feel a certain way about something and they don't want to come in here and be the troublemaker. And Jason's more than willing to be that guy who's speaking for a lot of people. And sometimes you're out on your own with some of your theories, but
I think it's a combination of a bunch of things. I do sometimes sit here listening to the wrap-up show and get angry that, somebody isn't bringing up the other point of view. And nothing gets you. I mean, sometimes I get angry. I got angry that people were letting Lisa blah, blah, blah on for as long as she was.
Jason is becoming like a Ralph cover band. Like, if you want to see Ralph live.
You mean Jason's he's like Tramps Like Us?
Yeah, right.
The other thing is, we all...
Ralph cover band named Jason.
He's like Crystal Ship.
very horrific.
He's like Badlands.
Are you influenced because the show might be coming to an end?
Yeah, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. But
is this you politicking for your own show when Howard's done?
Gary, this is an argument that started in the back room. You brought it up on the wrap.
I didn't.
Show.
John brought it up.
Well,
Did you see? We started the show at 10:30. We're going to bring up a lot of shit.
Jason, the name of the Ralph cover band that Jason is the lead singer of is Maybe You're Just a Dick.
Maybe I am, but
you hit Lisa pretty hard. You got Ronnie. You're arguing with Gary. You've been very and standing right there. You've been very confrontational.
Okay. I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, don't stop him. Don't make him feel bad about it.
You're chastising your boss.
Well, I think the part, I didn't mind having the discussion with him. I think the part where he got me was, he goes, stop doing it. You don't sound bright.
Well, see, no, but I swear to God, see, now you hear it, and look, that's
But
my
that's
fault.
how you said it.
But that's my fault for communicating poorly, because you're hearing it like, you're repeating it in the same condescending way that Artie does Bill Maher. I really meant, the word you sounded stupid was about to come out of my mouth, so I changed it to brighter, and I was really, I swear to God, saying it because I really don't think you realized how I thought you sounded. If it came out condescending, I apologize. I know that explanation doesn't clear me in
But
any
it
way.
didn't sound that way.
I was not trying to be condescending.
It was something like this. If I could do my best, it's like, you got to stop doing it. You don't sound bright.
You don't sound bright.
Yeah.
You read a book.
I apologize as both an employee and friend for having.
On what part of the CD did you put the bookmark?
But I mean, Gary, clear. But the bottom line is, you don't read the books that you claim you read.
Did you ask Gary what he did for a living?
What?
So you were trying to protect Gary by saying that he sounds dumb.
It was
saying
a combination of being fed up and I thought. I'm sorry, Gary. I thought you sounded really dumb when you claimed that.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's not. It's just not.
All right, on Wednesday's wrap-up show, everybody welcomed me back to the show. I was out for a few days. JD gave me my radio show back, which was a thrill. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but everybody suggested we change it up a little bit. So I went into some little driving stories when I was actually a limo driver. So check it out.
First of all, Ronnie, I think we've all expressed our condolences on your mom passing, but it's good to see
thanks,
you.
man.
It's good to see you back here at work. Were you surprised that JD gave you back your show?
Yeah, really. Seriously. Where is he anyway? I saw he was in
Why
here.
can't you guys be on together? Where he left?
Oh, he left. Well, I had to make a real important phone call. I really couldn't get out of it. So
how'd you expect him to react?
I expected him pretty much to stay to be JD and say no show, even though he was nice enough to send a nice card and everything. I didn't think that would make a difference, but I guess it did.
Now, he said you got to do things a little bit differently. He mentioned less Wayne Siegel, but do you...
Yeah, I heard that part.
What are you thinking? Are you going to do... What's your plan?
I don't know. I was talking to Jim McClure about it. We're going to try and come up with some different angles. Hot chicks, maybe, that know about cars and, get them,
Girls with guns.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
So you're sticking with the car motif. You're just going to switch it up a little bit.
I mean, got to switch it around a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Can I suggest a segment for the show?
Go ahead.
Because I'd imagine that limo drivers, veteran limo drivers, and I would love to hear without using names, stories from the back of the limo, like some of the craziest shit that you guys.
That sounds like it could work.
Yeah, because I love those stories. Sometimes I hear you spin a few of those. And
But I think it's great, but you should name
I have stories myself, actually.
My friend used to drive.
You don't want to hear my stories.
Ronnie used to pimp out his limo at night for proms, and then my friend drove a couple of times, and he would return to Ronnie just in time. And he told me some great stories about lots of sex going on, not with my friend.
Oh, the prom
kids? He said
the prom kids, forget
he
about
goes, prom kids apparently don't know to put up the divider.
They just don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. They just don't. They don't care really.
Can you give us a quick story off the top of your head?
Let's see.
I know a guy who drove a limo once who shit in a box.
He's dead now.
Oh, he is?
He died.
I thought that was you.
No, my friend Richie.
Oh, I thought that was you.
Yeah,
that did
Shitbox
that.
Richie. Howard used to talk about Shitbox Richie.
Wait, that wasn't you. I thought you threw it out in Central Park.
No,
that was,
weren't you the guy with the rabbi? You were picking up the rabbi?
No, that was Richie.
Oh, was
that
it?
was Shitbox Richie.
I always thought that was you.
Wait, he did it like regularly? Like he kept the box?
No. Well, here's what happened. You want a story? I'll give you a story.
Is this the tale of Shitbox Richie?
So he picks up. We used to have this account. I used to work for this company, Carry Limousine, and we had this account, British Airways, and we would pick up people off the Concorde. So we would just stand by at the Concorde as they came off. If they wanted a free ride to anywhere in the 5 boroughs, they would get a free ride, and British Air would subsidize it. So he picks up this guy, and it's a rabbi, and he takes him down to Williamsburg. And the guy says, I'd like to keep the car afterwards, but he understood he had to pay for himself after that. So he said, I'll be out in about a half hour. So Richie's sitting there in Williamsburg in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden he gets cramps. And he's got to take a dump. So he goes in his trunk, and he's got a big cardboard box where he keeps his jumper cables and car wash stuff or whatever. And he empties out the box, and he gets in the back of the limo, and he shits in the box. And that's, and then he dumped the box in front of somebody's house with their garbage. And then when the guy comes out and he gets in the car and it's still, the odor was still there. And he just said, hey, I don't know. I just said.
And he embraced the nickname? Did he become Shitbox Richie?
Yeah, well, Howard gave him that name, man. He just couldn't say it on terrestrial radio. But he called him Shitbox Richie.
See, I thought he meant like he kept a box and he would tell customers he had like a restroom in his limo.
No, man. It was like an attack of the shit. So
ass napkin out of limo drivers.
Yeah, exactly. He had no choice,
But wasn't there a story where you were driving Howard out to Long Island one time and you had to pull over? You like pissed in a jar and threw it out on the side of the road.
No, that was him.
That
wasn't me. That was him.
So all your years, you never had to
what?
Shit in a box?
No, I shit in my pants.
You did?
Yeah,
your
one
shit
time.
pants.
Yeah,
Ronnie.
shit pants.
Ronnie.
When did that? Yeah, I was driving. That was in. I wasn't even working for him then. I was driving this guy who. You remember Atari?
Yeah, sure.
The Atari games, and I was working for this guy who was like the vice president of Atari, and he was in from California, and he went to Tavern on the Green for dinner, and it was like 10 below zero. And all of a sudden, like the same thing, like what happened to Shitbox Richie, I got this attack all of a sudden. I couldn't even make it to get inside to the restaurant, to the bathroom.
Oh, man.
So I had to get in the back of the car, drop my pants off, take the underwear off, and throw it out of the car. And then I went into the bathroom and cleaned up. And
where did you throw the underwear?
It landed up in a tree, actually.
We could do a whole show on shitting in New York, because if you have to go to the bathroom in New York, it is such an unwelcoming place. Like, you can't walk into a restaurant or a diner. As soon as you walk in and you go, "Where's the bathroom?"
They don't let you use it.
They don't let you use it. And I think I told you the story before. My father was in Penn Station, which is the most disgusting place of all, and he had to go to the bathroom really bad. And so he goes into the bathroom, and there was a hole in the wall right where everybody was going by. Right where, so my father had to go so bad, he took off his jacket, and he shoved it in the hole, right, so it would block people from seeing him. And he went to the bathroom. My father said he's in the middle of shitting, and he sees from the other side of the wall somebody slowly pulling his jacket out.
And trying to steal his jacket, probably.
Yeah. Well, the guy just, apparently what happened, my father said he got cleaned up, ran out. It was a homeless guy. The guy already had it on. And my father gave him.
The guy put it on his jacket?
Yeah, and then my father gave the guy like $5. It was a homeless guy. He walked by, he saw a jacket.
He had to buy it back?
Well, he didn't have to. He could have said, "Give me my jacket," but he said, "Hey, that's my jacket." If he felt bad for the guy.
Ronnie, I think you may have a new segment here.
Here's
for
my new
your
show, man.
Well, congratulations.
The shit stories of the limo business.
Are you glad to be back here today?
Yeah. It's taken a lot off my mind today.
It's good to see you, man. It was good to see you.
It's glad to be back, and I thank all you guys, man. You're really great.
Everybody
I appreciate it.
Everybody treating you okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So were you
today anyway?
So were you super excited when Doug Hurwitz showed up?
Yeah, Doug Hurwitz. Yeah, well, hey. What can I say?
No, I'm sure Ronnie appreciates.
No, I did. I appreciate everybody
right?
coming, really. But it's Doug Hurwitz. What can I? Howard, the guy everybody I don't know. It looks like they try to ignore. I don't know.
Who was he hanging with? Did you notice?
He was trying to hang with me. He was sitting next to me, and I heard him make a comment like he's trying to be my best friend, so when he goes to Rick's or something, he'll get special treatment.
Well, that was probably he was making a joke because
no, he wasn't making a joke. I don't think he was making a joke, to be honest with you.
You think he really brought that up? Like, "Hey, Ronnie, I hope you remember this." So
yeah, he did kind of like mention it to me.
And by the way, sorry about your mom.
Exactly. Yeah, was he sorry about your mom? But the next time you go to
he
Rick's?
drove all the way from New Jersey, so I really appreciate it.
There were hot chicks at the show.
Yeah, my daughter.
Oh my God, your daughter-in-law is beautiful, and her sister.
Yeah, everybody was saying that my daughter looks like Sal's wife.
She
with
does.
big boobs.
She looks exactly like Sal's wife.
I was trying to get numbers and stuff, but.
Then there was another cute chick there. I was like looking around. I go, "Was it
Tara. Yeah, Tara's
pick somebody up."
So if anybody's interested, Tara's looking for a rich husband.
But Howard was asking me yesterday what it was like, going there, to who was there and everything, what was going on. And I said, for me, the interesting thing was, it's always weird when you see somebody in their environment, And I'm not goofing on you or anything, but like it was weird, Ronnie. You're like a grandfather, and seeing Ronnie's grandkids running around, it's just a different side of you.
Yeah, I know.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, Sal stopped by. He said that after he made the comments about Robin's diet being not the most normal thing, she came to his office and they had a little talk. And Sal let us know what Robin was thinking, what he was thinking, and just another glimpse into the life of Sal Governale. It was quite interesting. Check it out for yourself.
You smoke the vapor cigarettes more than you smoked regular cigarettes.
Without a doubt.
And do you be totally honest, swear on the life of your kids? In the last 6 months, have you smoked regular cigarettes at any point?
Yes. When my battery dies out and I'm at a bar.
First of all, it's the funniest thing because you walk into Sal's office, he pulls the filter off these things and he puts it in a charger, like a phone charger.
Yeah.
So when your battery dies out, you smoke regular cigarettes.
In certain cases, yes. But again, I can't deny the fact that I do feel better, and it's no different than Nicorette gum. There's nicotine in Nicorette gum, and this is
but Nicorette gum wasn't made to be chewed for the rest of your life.
So you add nicotine to it? Is that how it works?
I add nicotine to the cigarette.
That's what those drops
Yeah,
are?
they're nicotine.
And the drops have the skull and the crossbones on the side.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a skull and crossbones on Clorox bleach, and you're still handling that.
Well, you don't drink
You're not drinking it or
yeah,
smoking
but
it.
you're still making contact with your skin. It's still an
It's
irritant.
not the same and you know
It's
it.
how you handle it.
How many drops do you put in?
I put in 2 to 3 drops.
How many are you supposed to put in?
About two to three, but
like 1
2
to
to
2.
3. 2 to 3 is supposed to last you about a half a day. I must put in 2 to 3 drops every 10 minutes. I mean, yeah. So,
dude, you're killing yourself.
I don't think I am.
Understand something. Understand something. With regular cigarettes, you may be killing yourself with the smoke getting in your lungs, but you're still ingesting nicotine,
Yes.
even though you're not doing it the same way, which is still hazardous to your health.
I don't know. We'll find out. If I start shitting blood, I'll be the first to tell you guys.
So you have 3 young kids, and,
I
and you
know.
seem to be like treating this like a joke. I mean,
Right.
there's a warning sign on the shit that it's not good for you.
Well, because it's nicotine, and they
No,
don't
not
want
the nicotine part of it. It's the
in
other
fact,
chemicals involved.
You had
I
another
don't
bottle. I was looking for it today. You had another bottle out at Rick's the other day that said this hasn't been tested by the FDA. That
company.
I mean, it's just crazy.
The reason why I no longer have that bottle is because that company's out of business.
So you going to change anything? Or you just going to keep
Yeah, I'm
doing
going to change my filters as soon as I leave this
I mean,
place.
in the car, I try to tell you to stop.
I know. You drive me crazy with that. But getting back to Robin, she, it's like the eclipse. It happens only once in a long while. Robin made another trip to my office today.
Oh, really? What'd she say?
She came in and she's like, how come every time this diet stuff comes up, I got to be caught in the fucking middle of it? She wasn't pleased. I'm like, Robin, I go, you're only hearing half the story. Lisa G, she comes in, she asks you about a diet. Then she asks you your opinion on Robin's diet. Then I say, well, I think Robin's diet's horseshit. I think it's a fad diet. This is what I said to Robin. Then she goes on the air, that Lisa G, and she concocts this whole thing. Sal's on a diet, and he thinks Robin's diet is horseshit. Now, she asked me what I thought of it. It's not like it's not like I'm in the hallways doing backflips saying Robin's diet's horseshit. Look at me. I am the greatest nutritionist in the world, the healthiest guy. So the news has to take some responsibility for that. I don't necessarily believe in Robin's diet. But
wait,
I think you call that horseshit, Sal.
Yeah, I don't believe in that horseshit diet, but I didn't personally come forward and wave a red flag saying what Robin is doing is wrong.
So you're saying it's the news's fault because they asked you the question?
I'm saying the news is omitting some material things that should have been presented when they tell this story.
Well, she quoted you directly.
Yeah, she quoted me without entrap. It's slightly entrapment.
How is it? Wait, hold on. How is it slightly entrapment?
She asks me I'm dieting, I'm doing well. Then she asks me my opinion about Robin's diet. And I tell her that I think it's horseshit. But then she goes on the air and says, Sal's doing a diet and he thinks Robin's is horseshit. Well, it's not. She's putting it in a way, it's instigating. She's doing it in an instigating manner. She's trying to prod the fucking animal. Prod the gorilla, so to speak.
What should she have
For lack of a better, hold on, whatever. You know what I mean. Poke the stick to the gorilla. And that's what, or any other animal. Don't read it the way I'm saying it. But The point I'm trying to make is that it was a little instigating, and she omitted some material things that she should have said. I'm not out there saying Robin's diet's horseshit and mine's better. I'm saying this is what I'm doing, and I think Robin's diet is horseshit.
So why do you think Robin came back to you?
Because I think Robin is so caught up in this thing that in any way, shape, or form, any hint of her diet being horseshit, it personally bothers her because she really believes in what she's doing.
Well, I thought she made a great point. She said, look at her. I mean, she's been on this thing for a very long time. She's lost a bunch of weight. She's kept it off. She looks great.
She does.
What gives you the right to say that it's horseshit?
Because it's a fad. Listen, in the real life, you don't stick things up your ass. You don't blend these wacky green shakes. You don't run to the bathroom every 15 minutes and blow water out of your colon. These are just not normal human things. You know what a normal human thing is?
Smoking an electronic cigarette?
No, that's not either. Eating right and exercising. I don't agree with what Robin's doing, and you know what? She looks great, and I wish her nothing but the best health. But it's just not. These are fad diets, and if you were raised in this country, you would know by now that fad diets simply don't work.
See, my guess is that she went to talk to you because you hurt her feelings and you almost went out.
She wants to recruit me. She sees somebody who's a little weak, who's getting. I'm telling you what happened. She walked in there. She told me that she was upset that I brought her diet into it, and I explained to her how that happened. But as the conversation went on, it went into Bikram yoga. It went into what I need to do. It went into what I need to cut out. And I said, Robin, it's so funny. You say you're not in here to preach, but slowly you're reeling me in. You know, typical woman process. When you don't see it coming, they reel you in. And that's what she did. And she laughed. And I'm not cutting out pork, white pork. White pork is very good for you. And I'm not cutting out my seafood, and I'm not cutting out chicken, but I cut out red meat. But she says, oh, no, you wait and see. You're going to be cutting that out, too. So we'll see what happens.
So you don't think she came to vent. You think she came because she knows you're trying to lose weight and you're a possible new candidate for the way she's done it? You think it was a recruiting trip?
I think it was a combination of both. One, she was offended because she's so devout to this thing. You know, she's so dedicated to this fakakta diet. But secondly, she saw somebody who wants to do something better for themselves and better for their body, and she saw an opportunity to kind of get me involved in her, Jim, what's that guy? Jim Davis, the Kool-Aid drinker guy, in that, what do they call it? Cult?
Jim Jones.
And the Jim Jones,
Sorry.
Jim Jones liquid diet cult, I guess. I don't know.
He had a diet cult?
That's what you said. Diet cult.
Do you know do you remember what that whole Jim Jones thing was about?
Yeah. He had an occult. He gave all these people Kool-Aid and they dropped dead.
Wait, he had what?
He had an.
I didn't hear you because JD was laughing. Seriously.
He had I don't know if I'm saying. I'm not. Apparently, I'm not saying the word right. He had a group of people that followed him. He was this leader of some sort.
Right.
And he had them convinced that the government was no good and society wasn't right, and that they should abide by his rules. And he had this occult. I think it's called an occult.
Right.
And he told them to drink the Kool-Aid, and once they drank the Kool-Aid, they would go to a better place. No different than that wacko with the purple triangles where they all cut their balls off and died in bunk beds.
The Kardashians.
Well, but you comparing it to that, I mean, Robin's been accused of being part of occults before on the show.
Yeah.
Right, Benji?
And that's what I'm just...
Yeah, people have said it's sort of a cultish type thing. Occultish, sorry.
I'm just confirming that. I'm just confirming that's right. So what I'm saying is it's not so crazy. I think to a certain degree it's a bit of an occult. You got that wacky girl who comes in, that doctor, whatever the hell she is.
Ronnie.
Yeah, Dr. Ronnie.
Yeah, but in Robin's defense, it's not wacky to her. I mean,
it's
worked for her.
Just she's not a wacky person. I should say you have a person coming in pitching to me a wacky diet.
John, you really don't. I think Sal has a point that, and I don't know. The question is, if Lisa had said it, I don't remember her saying it this way. When asked about Robin's diet, Sal said it was horseshit.
The thing is that I'm not going around saying that Robin's diet is horseshit. That's not my motivation.
But if somebody asked you the question, you're going to give the answer.
That's exactly right.
Okay. So I think you're responsible for your own answers, and Lisa's doing her job. But when they come in to do the headlines, of course they're going to want to stir it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what they do. But I just want Robin to know that I'm not going out of my way to put her down.
That's what Hitler like, not till I was asked. I didn't know. They said, what do you think of the Jews? And
now you're talking right, Bench. Now you're putting your head together. So it's not like I'm deliberately looking to knock Robin, but I stand by my word when I say I think it's a cockamamie, ridiculous.
So how did you and Robin end the conversation?
we might end up at Bikram yoga together.
You agreed to do Bikram yoga?
And yeah, maybe even Richard. It sounds fantastic. It's a really great detoxifying thing, you know.
So it worked.
And it's 90 degrees in there. It's very hot, so you know you're going to see chicks in very skimpy outfits getting all wet. And when girls' bikinis and stuff get wet, you get to see the little nipple perforations and stuff like that, and camel toes.
So that's not horseshit, according to you. I guess the Bikram
That's
yoga is
yoga.
acceptable.
Yoga's been around for years. Turn on your TV, you see people in tights bending over with their ankles up their ass. Yoga's that I might try yoga. I hate to exercise. So sitting around a little bit, stretching your legs and watching chicks bend over in front of you, who's better than you?
And you lost 10 pounds so far? Good
10
for you.
10 pounds. How much have you lost? I know you had some health issues.
I lost a little bit. I lost a little over 10, but I've had a couple bad weeks, and hopefully I'll get back on track.
I hope so.
Hey, I like you, but your ass is looking huge lately, man.
Oh, thank you, Benji. I appreciate that.
But you should go on. You know what? If anybody out there is feeling lethargic or they have high cholesterol, just cut out white flour, cut out sugar, cut out red meat, and cut out dairy.
What do you say, sugar? What do you mean?
Well,
by that?
I mean like
So then what do you-
candies. I mean candies and sweets.
So
and
then what's
cakes.
left to eat?
Well, you got shrimp, chicken, pork. You got vegetables. You got olive oil, whole wheat breads.
And what was with
I make whole wheat
what
pizza.
was with the olive oil statement at the end when you were in there?
It's the greatest thing in the world, olive oil. I'll put it on my fucking Cocoa Pebbles. I love the fact that you can. No, but olive oil is like the greatest thing for you. It really is.
My question was more, what made you say, oh, by the way, Howard, I just want to tell you about olive oil?
Because I think it's a big misconception. I think when people think of oil, they immediately think that it's nothing. It's fattening. But it's not. Olive oil is not fattening. Olive oil. You want things with mono and poly unsaturated fats, and that's what olive oil has. So look, if you want a diet and you're an Italian like me, get a piece of whole wheat Italian bread, put a little olive oil on, a little garlic powder, some fresh garlic, chop a little onion on it, put some sliced red plum tomatoes, and drizzle it with olive oil. Forget it. You won't think you're dieting.
Is this some part of a olive oil occult or something?
No, well, my dad's getting involved in the olive oil business, but no. That comes from Libya, his olive oil. I don't know what he's doing.
I was
Libyan olive oil.
I was just going to pick up a call, but I can't let that go. He's got a Libyan olive oil business?
I just picked up my dad from Sicily, and he now told me he's in the importing and exporting business.
Okay.
And he says he's got olive oil, very cheap, at $1.50 a liter, which is unheard of.
Coming from Libya?
Yeah. So, well, I said, wow. Well, he just came back from Sicily, so I thought it was from Sicily. And I said, Dad, that's amazing. I go, $1.50 a liter from Sicily? He goes, no, it's not from Sicily. It's from Libya. I go, Libyan olive oil? I've never heard of that in my life. He goes, trust me, it's good. These people know what they're doing. And then my mother goes, but wait a minute, isn't that Libyan olive oil cut with another oil? And he goes, shut up when you don't know what you're talking about.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, Sal came in and talked about how he's attracted to Tan Mom, which we thought was odd. He also talked about how Cats in the Cradle makes him cry. Then he cried. And then Benji talked about tasting his own semen, and Ronnie talked about it a little bit too. Very strange day on the wrap-up show. Here's how it went.
Sal's now joining us here. And Sal, you hit a lot of stuff this morning, ranging from your little crush you have on Tan Mom, which I thought was...
I wouldn't say it's a crush.
What would you call it?
Just a fetish.
What's a fetish? Like, what's the definition? Like, why? I mean, I know you know what the definition is. Why do you? I noticed that in you. Like, you have this. You used to watch granny porn, which is not really like 90-year-olds. It's like 60-year-olds. But what is it in you? Did something weird happen in your life that sent you down this path?
I don't know. You know, when I was young, there was one person when I was younger. This woman,
she would like tackle me down and like try to get down my pants. And
well, okay, slow down. How old were you when this would happen?
About 9.
And how old was she?
30.
Now, why was she trying to put her hands?
27,
why was a 30-year-old woman trying to put her hands down a 9-year-old's pants?
She just thought it was funny. She thought it would be fun. Like, let me see you wee-wee, and she would tackle me down, and she would do that. But as a child, I would get very upset. I would cry. And then I saw this lady, like, 15 years later, actually probably 20 years later at an event, and I went up to her and I said, hey, do you remember when you used to do that to me? And, you know, she got a little, like, red in the face. And I go, would you be willing to do that now? And she thought I was crazy, but I kind of like that I turned the tables on her and I put her in an odd predicament.
Because if she said yes, nothing would have happened.
No, I think something would have. I would have followed you. Because now, even though...
Experiment over.
The odd thing is that even though I was upset as a child, I now find it hot that she, you know what I mean, that she was going after my penis, which is kind of crazy.
But I think you find it, I think adult Sal finds it hot that she would do it to adult Sal. You don't think it's weird that she did that to a little kid and it might have fucked you up a little bit?
Yeah, that I think so. But it's technically, if that happened to me, I think I should be turned off by older women, but I'm not. I'm turned on by them. So when I see like Tan Mom, like, she's not necessarily attractive, but like neither is Mick Jagger, but there's something about them that women find attractive. You know, it's their essence, their charisma. She has, I'm turned on by wacky charisma, I guess, for lack of a better term. You know, her mouth's all crooked. She seems drunk or inebriated some of the times. You know, she's posing on a beach with her tits flopping out. To me, that it just says that, hey, this is a wild, crazy girl. I like that old, white, trashy woman that will kind of let you do whatever you want to her and get a kick out of it.
If you're attracted to wild, crazy, sort of off-kilter women, why'd you marry a beautiful girl?
Because I'm attracted to wild, crazy, off-kilter women for the moment. This is not somebody you want to drag home. Like, you know, like look at porn stars. I mean, they're willing to stick wiffle ball bats up their ass. You don't want to walk down the aisle with them. Everything has their moment. So these, you know, you don't take the circus home with you. You go, you pay the ticket, and you get entertained.
So the crazy women are more your fantasy.
Fantasy, absolutely. So Tan Mom being loose on the beach, a vagina half hanging out, a tits out. It's like, wow, this you can have a lot of fun with this crazy broad, you know?
Let's talk about the Long Island psychic. Is it psychic or medium? I want to make sure I get it right.
It's the Long Island medium. Teresa Caputo.
Medium.
The
okay.
LIM.
All right. Sal, you've been pitching her hard for months now. In our writers' meetings, I know you believe, you know, you think she... And you had told me about Westbury Music Fair, how you were like, wow. Like, you were a little skeptical, but after then, you became a believer. That's fair to say?
It confirmed it. That I'm a believer. I was on the fence, and when I went to Westbury Music Fair with 3,000 people, the way she would pick out people. I know, if you make a generic comment, somebody died of a heart attack, 3,000 people, somebody's going to stand up. She specifically would point to people and then say how the person died.
But I want to ask you a question, and I'm not saying the Long Island psychic does this. In my mind, she's a psychic, okay?
Medium. She talks to the dead.
A medium. But why... say somebody else did this act, right?
Right.
Why wouldn't... What makes you so sure that there aren't plants in the audience?
There could be. There really could be. But I think that if she were to come on the air and she were to do some reads, or if you were to meet her personally, let's say your family members were to meet her personally, Gary... I think that possibly she would turn believers into some of us.
But wait a second, you said the second part that she could make me a believer, but you didn't answer the first part.
Which is what?
That you're just, it's a leap of faith for you to believe that it's all real.
No, I'm confident that it's real.
But now why? Why are you so confident?
Did you believe in psychics before or mediums?
I did. As a kid, I would always watch George Anderson, which was on Channel 6. It would follow Jackie's comedy show, and he would scribble on a pad. And I went to see him. Hello? I went to see him, and it didn't turn out that well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believed someone in John Edwards, and then I saw that whole special where, you know, they were miking the audience, and then it turned me off. So I believe these people have somewhat of a gift, but I think that Teresa has the ability to really, she has an extraordinary gift where she's able to fine-tune it. And there,
don't all the psychics fine-tune it? Don't they all? When John Edwards had that show, didn't he know things that only he could know?
Yeah, I guess what makes her different than anybody else who is a psychic or medium?
I can't really put my finger on it. There's just something about her that I think is quite fascinating. And again, being that I saw her live at Westbury Music Fair and what she pulled off was just like, it's just one of those things. It's a phenomenon. You really can't explain it.
And Howard, Howard told you no more Long Island Medium. She's not going to be on. We're done.
That I got. But I've always I listen to Howard. He's made me a believer in a lot of things. Like he's changed my point of view on certain things. But this is something where I'd like to do just the opposite. I'd like to make Howard a believer in possibly this.
See, but you're not interested in investigating whether what Howard's saying may or may not be true. You're so sure it's true. You want Howard to understand it.
I would love for Howard to say, "Wow, this." I don't have an explanation for this. I'd love to put Howard in that situation.
I didn't know that Cats in the Cradle was your Achilles heel there when it came to crying.
You know, being a father, 3 kids, it's a no-brainer.
Well, actually, it's not. I think that again, to explain to you why...
Gary, you're not in my head. You can't explain what I'm...
But you're a good father. I think it's because you didn't have a great father. The song is sad to you.
It might be that, but I also think that whenever my son wants me to do something, the first thing that pops in my head is Cats in the Cradle. And I'm thinking I better do this because I don't want to be at a point in my life where I'm going to regret not sharing those special moments with my son.
Like someone you know really well.
Like my dad, right. That I get it. But I look at it's just a sad thing. The whole thing is
What
horrible.
specific part of the song gets to you?
At the end.
The keys.
When the kid has no time for his dad?
Right.
When he's old and decrepit?
Right. I don't want to talk about it.
You were getting emotional.
No, because there would be nothing worse for a father to hear his son saying, "I don't have time for you." It's just horrible. It's just horrible.
Wait, are you talking about the part where he says he grew up just like him and he makes that?
And his father's right. And I never, I don't want to talk about it. It's just, there are some people you don't want to be like.
Hey, Sal, why don't you seriously, and obviously it gets too emotional, but why don't you sing the last few lines?
I'm not
trying to make a dickhead.
I don't get to the point. I
why don't
can't
you go through it?
I couldn't sing it.
Yes, it'll be fasting on the air, but why don't you go through it right now?
I can't sing it because I shut it off.
Well, don't sing it, just say it.
Have you ever listened to the entire song?
It's not trying to make you a
dick. Of course I have. And then when it gets to the end, it's just horrible.
Well, the end, he realizes that he's turned into his dad, even though he didn't want to be that.
My makeup's running.
But it always does. But do you think? You've gone out of your way to not be like your dad. So I don't understand why it would get to you there. Do you know what I mean? Like you're great with your kids, and you do take the time. So why would it tear you up?
I don't know. Just the thought that. I think I have a fear that I might end up that way. Like I might do that.
Well, if you haven't already, you probably won't.
I haven't.
You probably won't. I just came up with a great game for the show. I think that Sal should be in one isolation booth, and I should be in the other one.
Who breaks first?
And we should play the songs that make us cry and see who breaks first.
I think a lot of fathers feel that way about Cats in the Cradle.
Have you ever because like Gary's saying, you sort of said it's that a lot of people think it's more about what you went through as a kid. Have you ever talked to your dad about it at all?
No, there's no talk. That's not happening. Not happening at all. I went to a therapist, and he brought up all the father stuff, and you know what? I even bailed on therapy.
But why?
Because I just didn't want to go there. I felt like I was just digging into a barrel, and all the gunk was coming back up.
I think that's what they do, and then you're supposed to clean the barrel. And
yeah, I dumped the barrel, and I threw it in the river.
Well, that's supposed to be healthy, though, because you get it out, and you confront it, and then you can kind of deal with it.
Right. I think I deal with it now. I get along great with my dad. I've forgiven my father, and that's it.
But here's the thing that's weird that a therapist would talk about. You're forgiving your father, but your father has no idea what you've forgiven him for.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Did it happen the first time you heard the song? Like at what point did it click in?
As my children got older and as I got more involved in their activities, like my son with football, my other son is a drummer, stuff like that, and when... That's primarily it. As my children are growing and as I'm with them and involved with them, now when the song comes on, it affects me.
When your dad sees what you do now, I mean, how successful you've become, I'm sure he's proud of you. He's told you that, right?
Yeah, he's definitely proud of me. There's been a little, backlash here and there. He was at a wedding and my cousin's a comedian, so he goes, Sal right now, he's in Las Vegas doing comedy. Well, what are you doing? Like he says that to my cousin.
Right.
He goes, oh, yeah, your big shot son who just last week kissed another man's asshole on the air for 20 million people to hear. So my dad kind of was like, walked away. Well, and I was proud of my cousin. I'm like, good.
Yeah,
why would you do that? You're prodding somebody.
Right. If you're going to be contentious, you got to be willing to take the shit.
Right. I learned that the hard way in this show, that's for sure. But but for the most part, yeah, my dad's very proud, a little bit too proud. Everywhere I go, I'm like, Dad, please trust me on this.
How come there's no Sal the Stockbroker wine available?
He wants to open up Sal the Stockbroker restaurant.
And what would I get there?
I don't know. I have no idea. But he goes we should open a restaurant called Sal the Stock. I go, that's ridiculous.
I think that was an episode of The Honeymooners.
Really?
Yes.
Probably.
Would you do that?
No, not Sal the stockbrokers.
Well, I know you love to cook. Your father loves food. I mean, that could make
He
sense.
says it to my son. We're on a cruise. He goes, Antonio, what would you name a restaurant if we opened it up? And Antonio goes, how about Antonio's? He goes, no, you idiot. Sal the stockbrokers. And I'm like, Dad, it's your grandchild. And I turned to him. I go, it'll be called Antonio's. But no, I'm not going to name something Sal the stockbrokers.
But that example shows you're a good dad.
Well, I try to be, yeah, in that sense. But yeah. I am.
All right,
I know that part. It's stuff that I grew up with is a little different. That's all. But maybe it's a combination of what Gary said, the way I grew up versus the father that I want.
I feel for you though. When you tell, I've had a lot of conversations with Sal off the air with his family stories, and I feel for him. He took a lot of shit.
Yeah, but it's all good. It makes you who you are.
Yeah, that's a great thing to not deal with it.
Yeah.
I had a guy who used to work for me used to say the same thing. My father made me that way, right? That's why I'm as good as I am. My dad helped me out by yelling at me.
Well, for some people, it's too painful to confront. It's easier not to go there to get through the day. I get that.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, Benji, let's talk about getting through your day. Today, you revealed to Howard that you tasted your own cum, and Howard thought you were out of your mind.
Well, what I've said was, which I think most guys have probably done out of curiosity, is I put my tongue against it out of curiosity because I know girls eat it and saw what the taste was. I would find it disgusting also if I think about it.
That would be tasting it, but was there any?
No. I said I put my tongue against it. The same.
Against
way
what?
Have you ever put your tongue against your arm when you're sweating?
Yes. So you put your tongue against your dick?
No. Yeah.
No, I'm not getting
I'm
it.
incredibly flexible.
I don't know. You put your tongue against what?
My guess is you probably jerked off.
I did this thing where you rub your penis,
right,
and then you orgasm,
right,
and I had ejaculate,
right,
and an ejaculate was on my hand.
Got it.
And I was curious, like, because I know women taste it, so I put my tongue against it just to see what it was like.
No,
yes, if I ate it, it would be disgusting.
So you licked your own cum without moving your tongue.
What?
You licked your own cum without making the licking motion.
I put my tongue against it.
Yeah,
I think
so you licked it.
I would think that's not that rare to have done that.
Sal, you think that's rare?
Yeah, I do.
Sal, come on, come clean. Literally.
I can't follow Benji's story.
But you have a story.
It's just the same. It literally is, word for word. The odd thing is, like Benji says, it's not rare. It's the same thing happened to me. I was curious. I just gave it a little dab with my tongue. I was 15 years old. I was at my grandfather's house, and he makes his homemade wine, so I was drinking one day, and I was 15. At that time, I was jerking off like a wild monkey, and I was in the bathroom, I jacked off again, and I was drunk. I'm like, let me give it a little, just let me see what this is all about, and I gave it a little taste. That was it.
How would you
What's weird is
describe
when
it?
it's Sal and I've done it for each other.
How would you describe the taste?
I really don't remember. I really don't. I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I could tell you it was salty and gooey. I really couldn't say that.
Benji, any recollection?
I can't say that.
Sal's or mine?
Yours.
Sal, salty. A salty kind of thing.
We've all kissed a chick after she's
Yeah.
blown us.
I haven't done that.
You never got a hint of your own jizz? Never.
I've gone out of my way not to do that, and I'm not passing judgment. It's just I don't have a curiosity there. And yeah, I've been yelled at by women. I just did that thing for you, and now you won't kiss me. And I'm like, yeah, all right, guilty as charged.
How about you,
John? Yeah,
80 blowjobs. They never came back up and shared a little bit of your own sauce.
No, I've kissed a woman afterwards, but I don't know. I didn't recognize a taste one way or the other.
You did, but you ignored. You put it at the back of your head. We all get that.
You've never even tasted the mouth tastes a little different from your cock.
I truthfully never.
Everybody gets a zing of that salt water that hits the back of your mouth. Like, okay, let's just move on. It's like when a girl queefs when you're having sex. You pretend you didn't hear it. When you taste your own.
You expose it and make fun of her. And laugh.
No. That's not a good idea.
I've never tasted jizz.
I have.
When did you taste your own cum?
He didn't say his own.
I didn't say. Well, yeah, kind of.
How so?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a long story. You don't have enough time.
We got time. We
Wait,
can go.
you
don't have enough time.
You haven't tasted anyone else's.
We can go
you?
late.
What?
Don't worry about it.
You haven't tasted anyone else's.
Not
have
a
you?
guy's. What the hell is wrong with you? Not a guy's. No. Have I tasted my own? Yeah, I got this thing that I do with girls, So
what thing?
You're not into felching, are you?
What?
Felching?
What the hell's that?
That's great.
That's something I don't know. What is felching?
You people are looking up. It's so disgusting.
What is it? Quick, man. We don't have much
Actually,
time.
Ronnie, let's
talking about snowballing?
Hold on. Let's see what Ronnie has to say, and then maybe we can match it up.
So I got this thing that I do with girls that you take the head of your dick and you take the little.
Hurry up!
There's a lady in the room.
Hurry up! I got a minute.
There usually is when you do it too.
And you take your little pee hole, right?
Yeah.
And you put it like right on her nipple of her boob.
Okay.
Right? And you like rub it around. It gets them all turned on. And of course you have a little leakage from your,
It's called urine.
Yeah. No, not urine.
Pre-cum?
Yeah, pre-cum.
Pre-semen.
You get a little pre-semen, and then, if you happen to, suck on the girl's boob, you're tasting your own stuff.
What does it taste? What does it taste like?
What?
What does it taste?
It's a little
like?
salty.
Is it like bitter or?
No,
you
it's a little salty.
Okay, sorry. What are you going to say?
It's like salt water,
how
kind of.
big is your dick hole that you could
No,
wrap it around a nipple?
No, you don't wrap it around it.
I'm thinking like a largemouth bass. Your cock must look like a fish.
You don't wrap it around it, idiot.
You poke the nipple through your dick hole.
Well, as much as you can. I'm not saying you wrap it around it.
I think you're sticking the dick hole right into the nipple.
What do you think? It's like a pencil eraser you stick in there?
All right, we got to go.
All right, and with that, we're going to wrap up this edition of the Wrap-Up Show. On Tuesday's Wrap-Up Show, I had a new co-host. Yes, Natalie Maines co-hosted the Wrap-Up Show. We talked about Gary, we talked about her performance, we talked about a lot of stuff, and Natalie has a lot of opinions. Enjoy. Natalie, you were a huge part of the show today. We're going to discuss your appearance and how you really feel about Gary and how Gary feels about you. I think we should break that down. And, of course, how you feel about Howard, who I know you love.
Yes.
Howard is not looking forward to his trip to Chicago. And with AGT, it's wearing him down, it seems. And, he's got that and the Vegas week and a couple other things before things kick in at Radio City. And sometimes Howard complains about doing something, but then he gets there and he's okay. And, he always makes the best of it.
Right.
But could you sense that he was a little, worn down or wary of what he has going on this week?
Well, he always complains when he has to travel and fly. But I asked him if he was liking the show less this year. And he said no, just the schedule. He regrets not having his time off. And I regret these 2-day weeks.
Yeah, I know you do. I think he misses, and yes, don't call in and say, Howard's getting paid very well to do AGT. We all know that. But when you're doing this show, and then during the off time, you're doing AGT, you're not leaving a lot of time for you.
And Howard doesn't, for me specifically, really.
Yeah, for Natalie, exactly.
That's everyone's problem. But Howard, what was I going to say? Shoot. Howard, crap, it left my mind. I'm sorry.
We're talking about
something brilliant, I'm sure.
His vacation time, if you will.
Oh, yes. And I was just going to say, Howard doesn't need the money. He did it because he loves the show and he loves that. But I don't think he likes being pulled two different directions, which I can relate to.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, too much.
Gary knows that Beth doesn't want to sleep with him, which we learned in that game. Howard reassured Gary that she doesn't want to sleep. But I don't think Gary was under any false
I missed the
pretense
game because I was probably traveling here. What was the game?
It's who would your wife bang and who would be the least likely to bang on staff.
And they
Beth
asked
played, and Beth said Gary was the one she would bang.
Really?
And who did she pick tonight? Sal. Sal was the least likely. But Beth then said she was just doing it. Like, she doesn't really want to bang anybody here.
Right. Well, I got it. You got to answer the question.
Yeah.
How do you answer that question?
Who on the staff would I bang?
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
But it can't be Lisa G because she's a girl. You got to just
I have to bang
with
one of the guys?
Yeah.
Well, Teddy's kind of cute.
Okay.
I think. Look, everybody knows it would be Gary. I mean, that's no surprise to
right.
anyone,
Well, you
right?
guys are already banging.
Yeah.
But outside of Gary, who would be the next? It would be Teddy?
Yeah, probably Teddy.
And who would be the worst?
The least likely to bang? Well, that's
coming in
tough.
right now.
No. Maybe, that's a tough call. I'd have to really think about
Come
that.
on, John.
No, I'm
the
giving you an
audience is
answer.
waiting for you
I'm sure
to
with bated breath.
Natalie who she would do.
I'm getting to Natalie. Oh, Jason. Thank you, Teddy. Definitely Jason.
Who
Same
would
question
be
to
the
you
last?
now, Natalie.
Huh.
And don't say Howard because that's a cop out.
Howard will be out. Okay. I'm going to go with Gary. Just kidding. I'm going to go with Will. Will's a cutie pie.
You like Will?
Yeah. Hate to be typical.
Yeah.
But Will's a cutie
That's
pie.
everyone's answer. That's why I said Teddy instead of Will.
Sorry.
Least
and then
likely?
least.
Be honest.
Oh, I will be. I'll go with Sal too. Sal's handsome, but only because he's just so creepy and just seems so fucked up as far as his view on women and stuff. I couldn't enjoy myself.
Let's go with Celebrity Superfan, which I listened to and I really enjoyed. I think you and Probst do a great job, and it was a good panel.
He does a really good job for not listening to the show, don't you think?
No, I know Probst is a big fan, and
He is.
and I was surprised with the Pieces of Vinyl thing because he did watch our show, so that kind of threw me a little bit. But that being said, you feel like not everyone. Now, look, you're a unique super fan. You could
A
take
freak,
on.
you can say it.
No, you could take on the regular super fans and hold your own. I think.
I
But
could be on the regular Superfan roundtable.
But you say Andy Richter, who I thought was fantastic on Celebrity Superfan,
Yeah.
really knows it. You could tell when people listen to the show
Yeah.
6 to 10, 30, or however long it goes, right?
He knew everything, absolutely. And Krista Miller listens all the time as well. And then who was the other one? Danny.
Danny Zucker?
Danny Zucker seemed to be for real.
And I thought Jason Alexander, he had to leave early, but I thought he was good. I thought he was good on the show.
He was knowledgeable, but not about current stuff.
So he was going back to the old stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a listener he is.
And you're saying
I know.
Knoxville is a poser or is not a poser? Let's get this straight.
I actually wasn't. He did give me the blank stare on Pieces of Vinyl. He didn't know Pieces of Vinyl. So I'm going to have to go poser.
Wow.
But
That'll-
cute poser.
That makes it okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. We're forgetting. Oh, Cordry. Cordry's a...
He seemed like a true fan as well.
And I think you've talked about this with Howard before, though. But when you meet somebody and you find out they're really a Howard fan, they go up like 100 notches in your eyes, right?
Absolutely. Well, we're just going to have something to talk about, which is fantastic. I never go out, but I go to that Jimmy Kimmel party every year because that's my peeps.
And how was the Kimmel party this
It's
go around?
fun because we all talk Howard and everybody knows everybody because of that. And it's just fun. You
Yeah,
walk in and know you're on the same ground, whatever that term is. Now I feel like JD.
Common ground?
Common ground. There you go. Thank you.
And how deep do the conversations go? I mean, you could talk anything. Like, can you tell when people are like, yeah, they like Howard, but they really don't know the show, versus somebody who can, break down Benji's Vortex, for example?
I think I'm just drawn to the people I know are already super fans, so that's kind of who I go talk to. Ryan Philippe, and he's cute
Another
as well.
cute
But
one. There seems to be a pattern here,
I
Do you talk to any ugly super fans?
Let me see. Yeah, I talked to a couple.
Okay, just checking. What's the approach with Howard, though, at that party? Is everyone kind of stepping back, or does anybody, move everyone out of the way to go talk to him?
I don't know. I am just sort of excited to be in the environment with a bunch of super fans, but Howard, I heard him complaining about the party and that he does, first of all, his timeline, he spent 30, 45 minutes talking to everyone. He was there for 9 hours, I think, after that recap. But he complained about it. But I have to say, what nobody pointed out is Howard and Beth are standing at the entrance of Jimmy's house, greeting everyone. It was like a wedding reception. So to say he got stuck outside, that's kind of where he placed himself.
I see.
Because he is a very gracious guy, and he is, I'm sure thankful or just at least gracious that Jimmy threw him this party. But they do stand there like the welcoming committee. So for me, I just felt like I had about a minute, and then my job was to just go inside. So I felt like I was following the protocol. But I guess he talked to other people longer. But I'm just excited. I don't want to be on Howard's radar to talk about from the party. So I kind of say hi and be all nice, and then I go talk to everyone else.
Now, somebody else at the party this year was Gary.
Yes, and Mary.
That's right. Let's talk about Gary for a second, because he's not here. And then when he comes
That's
in,
the
we
best
can-
time to talk about
Of course. But I can't tell. I know you like breaking Gary's balls, no doubt about it. But I can't tell if there's something more there or not. That's the weird thing on the show. You can tell when someone's kind of getting in your face just because you want that reaction. But then sometimes it's like, no, I really do think you should be doing this, this, and this. How do you really feel?
Well, I like Gary fine, but what I say about the things that bug me are real. But there's things about my husband that bug me. That doesn't mean I don't like him. Gary likes to just put a big blanket on the whole thing. She doesn't like me and just dismiss what I'm saying. But no, I like Gary fine.
How do you think he feels about you?
I think he probably doesn't like me.
And do you care? Does that bother you?
Yes, I care. I want Gary to like me, but I won't lose sleep over it.
It seems like, again, in the last Celebrity Superfan, when they asked you the question, it was teed up. I knew you were going to say Gary, and Gary was there. It wasn't like he was, back here listening.
Well, yes, I do go at it, but part of it is because I do have something to say. But I, like Howard, feel the same. I just feel the pressure to make it entertaining, and I did feel like the show was kind of safe and just a bunch of celebrities being very safe and saying the right thing, and it was a bit of an eye roll. So I sometimes have to put myself out there just to do what I think is interesting radio. So yes, I got very honest. It was hard right in front of Gary's face. And then after the fact, I realized, oh shit, that's Mary on the couch. And I felt bad. But then I decided, if I had recognized that was Mary before then, I would have got her on the mic and asked her if Gary's like that at home, and if she feels like he listens to her.
And when you were criticizing Gary today, Howard jumped right in. I mean, he wasn't exactly disagreeing with you.
Well, that's the funny thing, too. Howard has been making fun of Gary for years and years and years and years and years. But he has lots of lead time on me.
I walked in and you're saying
making
that.
Up for a
but why?
Well, do we really? Do you want me to go through the reasons that he makes fun of you?
No, but you were saying he makes fun of me, which I'm aware of.
Right. But I'm saying it doesn't seem to bother you. You still.
Well, he pays me.
Right. That helps. I've got $1
You
for
do it for free.
But Natalie was saying, like her husband, she'll pick on him sometimes if she feels like he's out of line or.
Well, he's married to her. He has to take her shit.
Do you take Mary's shit? That's my
sometimes.
question.
Yeah, I do. I mean, don't you take some of his shit sometimes?
Absolutely.
That you wouldn't take from somebody else because you're not married to them.
Well, you know what? Actually, I think I'm pretty good at maybe trying to listen to what people would say about me and
I like how you brought
let it sink in.
How you brought that back to me.
But
I like how you tried to take it away from you.
Natalie likes to mix it up, and she likes you.
She's got an opinion.
And she likes you. But I know you think you're not sure, sort of, where Natalie comes in on
sometimes
this.
it's hard. Natalie's got an interesting move because Natalie's cute and she's got a big smile and she has a big laugh, which you can sometimes use all those while you're putting the knife in.
Well, listen, some people get the knife without the laugh.
Oh, that sounds ugly. That
is.
sounds terrible.
I wouldn't want to
It's
get
rare.
that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get that.
I scare myself.
But
when that happens.
you're very disarming because you could take a shot at somebody but you're a sweet person.
Well, and also I think I listen to the show so much that I feel I know you guys more than you obviously. So you're looking at me like, who's this singer having all these opinions about my ass?
But like a super fan.
Yeah.
You don't really know us.
Right.
But
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
This is just, I know you from the show and I'm wrapped up in this world, so I feel open to say it because that's what the show is about. Right. And I get the show and I'm just having fun.
Take a guess who Natalie picked on most likely who she'd bang on the staff and least likely. Who do you think?
Well, Howard would be most likely.
Howard we eliminated.
He was out.
Fred. I would think she would bang Fred.
Fred didn't get the vote.
Wow, because I'm trying to think of if we're going for looks or like respect of like who she thinks is funny.
Looks.
So Will?
You got
it. Okay, good. And least would have to be, sorry, but I think it's Benji.
No. It's not actually.
Scott the engineer?
No, Sal, just because he's so weird and fucked up about girls, I couldn't enjoy myself.
You couldn't bang a guy who wants to bang Tan Mom?
I couldn't bang a guy who wants to fuck a girl, have the I'll never forget, this was years ago. Sal said his dream was to fuck a girl and then for the power to go out, and he kicks her out of his house naked on the front steps with I don't know what electricity had to do with it, but the power had to go out apparently for her to have to leave, and that was just so angry. It's so fucked up.
You missed I don't know if you heard the other day, but Sal talked about he likes a woman who wants to be humiliated. So humiliating a woman is not good. But if a woman wants to be choked and spit on, that's awesome.
Right. I did hear that, of course.
Now, whose sexual antics do you sort of like, dislike, whatever it might be? You talked about Sal's a little bit. We understand. Lately, you've getting a lot of stories from Ronnie Mund about his sexual expertise.
I love listening to Ronnie.
What do you think? Is Ronnie a pro? Does he know what he's doing there?
I have no idea.
Or you're completely put off by what he has to say?
I'm taking his word for it, but I just love listening to Ronnie and picturing my grandfather because Ronnie is a grandfather.
He is.
And, oh, my God. I've never met a grandfather like it.
Ronnie is one of a kind.
He is.
When you come out of the studio, Natalie, when you're done and you have to go talk to Lisa.
It's hard.
Awkward, totally phony, partially phony.
No, who?
Both of you.
No, she's not phony. She seems a little pissed at me, but listen, again, it's not the same as with Gary. My stuff towards Lisa G is probably a little more passionate, but listen, I don't know Lisa G. I just know her from the show, so I'm commenting on her character on the show. But it is weird to see her in front of her face because I don't like to be mean to people, and I don't want people to think I'm mean.
I have a question for you about Lisa because Lisa came to me today, and I was running around and hear everything, and she said, I just want you to know that Natalie did ask me to perform with them, but there wasn't going to be a dress rehearsal, and that's why I turned it down.
That's not my problem. Yes, that is true.
But if you were Lisa,
but that's not. But I think Lisa thinks that's why I think she's not a team player, because she didn't play with us.
Well, I think it's crazy to have the opportunity to play with you, dress rehearsal or not. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? In hindsight, well, first of all, the tour I thought that would be a great idea on was when we were opening up for the Eagles, and then when I gave it more thought, I was like, wait, maybe that's not a great idea. These are not necessarily all Dixie Chick fans, and Dixie Chick fans are not necessarily Howard Stern fans. So I think maybe I would have been the most entertained person on the stage, and what I'd wanted her to play on was "Not Ready to Make Nice," which is kind of our biggest song.
Mm-hmm.
So probably that wouldn't have gone over well. That wasn't a good
So why don't you think
idea.
she's a team player?
Because she just can't laugh. She just can't take it and just laugh it off. She just gets very curmudgeon-y and spinster sounding, and just laugh. Even if you're not going to do it or participate in whatever it is, you can still just have a sense of humor about it and be a little funnier. She's just so, I don't know. Part of me wants Lisa G's pretty and thin and all of these things, but I don't know. I wish she wasn't so. Nobody's ever going to be good enough for her. She just seems like one of those girls that the guys. She's always going to be better than the guy.
Do you think she'll ever marry?
I hope she does, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you?
I think you get to a certain point. If you haven't gotten married, then you probably don't need to. I think that in her mind she'd like to, but she's often said on the show it's not the big deal for her anymore. She doesn't seem to care, and if you don't care.
But do you believe? I'm fine with women who are like that, because women don't need a man, and you don't need that to be happy in life. But I don't know. She doesn't seem like a super happy person that doesn't need a man.
I think I sometimes wonder if she's one of those people who's like still a girly girl that dreams of the big wedding rather than the actual marriage.
Right.
I think she would love to have the big wedding and all the stuff that goes with it, but doesn't necessarily want to be married afterwards.
And here's a good show idea for you guys. I'm always wanting to meet Lisa G's parents. I really want to know where she came from, what her dad is like to her mom. I don't know. I really want to sort of analyze how she got to this.
That's a good 101 show. Meet everybody's parents.
I don't know if you knew. Oh, of course you didn't know this, but you really made Steve Brandano's day.
I did.
Fighting for the Black Keys, number one.
I know.
But the song.
And the song.
Steve, come
get on there, Steve.
Steve was riveted because he says it's probably his favorite song of all time.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I really love that song. I mean, it's got some personal stuff with it too, but it's just such a. I mean, I love that song. I love that song.
good.
But yeah, you did a beautiful job.
Well,
I was
thanks.
I don't know. I was worried. I'm like a girl singing it, and I was nervous. And I don't know, a minute and a half in, I turned to Gary and I was like, she's got it. She's got it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
And mentioning the Black Keys was well too,
Yes.
because he's not going to hear it from me. He's not going to listen to me. So thank you.
And you also said Steve says a lot of other crazy shit, which is true.
Well, because who's the band? You like some band that I'm just like, oh.
I probably like a lot of bands that people
I would
are
be
like, well,
oh,
but yeah.
But you're so right about the Black Keys.
Thank you.
And they are the rock band of this generation. I mean, they just are. You have to have it on just for the history of Howard.
That's what I try to tell these guys. But
We've pushed that in meetings a lot, and I've gone as far. I actually got Howard to watch CBS Sunday Morning did a beautiful piece on them, and I was like, but I don't know. He's just like, I don't really listen to them, and it's not like they're super dynamic as an interview, but I think they're interesting.
But they might be. I mean, they have interesting divorces. I just started researching them a little bit, not for the show.
How great would it have been if you came in today and you were backed up by the Black Keys?
What if I brought them?
That's such a
Damn it,
great idea.
I should have. Shit. Well, they live in Nashville. If they lived here, I could have done that.
Sounds like you're getting ready to pitch them, though, for the show. I mean, you did some research and
shoot, the drummer. Hello.
Patrick.
I was just reading about his first wife and that whole divorce, and she, I guess, fancies herself a writer, and she's written major articles about their
I
divorce.
brought this stuff
See, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
It's very, so I'm like, ooh, there's definitely stuff to talk about. But regardless, the sound that they can make to people, I mean, it's White Stripes. It's a level of talent that is just hard to come by.
You have to just make an album with them and then bring them in as your backup.
Happily.
We almost got Ben Harper in here today.
What happened to Ben?
He's just chicken shit. And I plan on telling him all about it.
Oh, you should.
I will.
Gus in Connecticut, you're on the wrap-up show.
How are you?
Good.
Great, Gus.
I'm a huge fan. I'm glad that Steve Brandano approves of your music and the quality, and I'm sure you're relieved because of that. But I got a question. The last couple appearances that you had,
yes.
you have gone a little softer with your music. Do you think that your voice has gotten a little weaker as time has gone by?
Yes. Definitely. No. And what do you mean softer with my music? Fuck you. Just kidding.
See, I don't think he said up here he thought you've gone more mellow, but I don't think that's it at all. I think it's gone more
reverse.
Cerebral would be a better word.
Thank you.
I was going to ask, how long have you been listening to the show?
Like consistently, like a freak since 2005.
So, because this may have been discussed last time you were on, but when Howard was sort of not siding with the Dixie Chicks, were you a listener
Very
of the
much
show?
So. At that time when he berated us and called me a fat pig, I did not live in a city where I got Howard.
So after that, what made you come to the show? Because I know if I listened to a show where somebody called me a fat pig and berated me, I might not go back again.
Yeah, who turned you on to the show?
Well, I'd listened to it before that because I lived in Dallas for a little bit and he was on there. But it was more, I would hear maybe for an hour in the mornings while I was getting ready. And then when I lived in Austin, he was on the radio there, so I got to hear him some. But, I've never listened to the show or shows where he was so horrible to us. But I just love Howard, and I felt this connection with him just as far as the FCC goes, and just as far as standing his ground and sticking to his guns about freedom of speech and media and things like that.
So when you started listening to the show, had he already begun the turnaround for you guys? Because
it was in 2005, yeah. He had. But that's not when I started listening to the show. That's just Sirius makes it to where you can be a fanatic fan because it plays all day, and now with the app it's the best because I can pause it and fast forward and rewind, and it's the best.
Tim in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I was wondering if Natalie would pull a David Arquette and sit in the show for a week, and to follow up on that, if there's anybody on the celebrity superfan that she thinks could do that.
Could sit in for a week?
Yeah, like I was thinking Andy Richter would be good to fill in for a week.
He probably would be good. You know who I was listening to this morning was the old Mitch Hedberg, an old appearance of his, and it crossed my mind, he would have been the right personality for that chair. Something about just how he would chime in or share his own stories, and just he was an interesting person on his own, not a comedian trying to make jokes all the time. Just more a storyteller and open. He would have been good, but he's dead. So
let's talk about Superfan for a second, because it's it's really hard to book a Superfan roundtable with a bunch of celebrities at your intensity.
Yeah,
but you seem to have no love if you're not in it all the way.
Well, only because it's when we should change the name to the Celebrity Fan Table.
But because I know what you're saying, and I've actually called some people who have said to me at times, I was listening for a long time, but I haven't in a while, so I don't think I should do it. And then I think there's some people who, if you give them a month's notice, they'll listen every day to make sure they're coming in, knowing what's going on.
Right. Well, you would think Jeff Probst would do that since he co-hosts.
Well, he's doing the daytime. He was doing the daytime show, so that
I just like giving him a hard time. Well, who seems like a super fan is Kevin Bacon.
Yes,
he is.
And did you call Sarah Silverman again this time?
Yes, she was unavailable. She left the day before. I called a lot of people. Molly Shannon, I was trying to get in for that show.
Yeah.
I saw, what's the guy from CSI with LL Cool J?
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell was working it that he really wanted to come.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a pretty broad list.
When you're listening to the show, do you prefer having somebody there? Do you prefer the moments when it's just like the cast, or do you, can there be too many interviews? What's your ideal Howard Stern show if you're building it?
Oh, that's hard. I do like all of the insider stuff and the Whack Pack. I mean, Beetlejuice is the best. I love the employee antics and all the stories. And I love the interviews. I love them all. It's just the right balance. And 5 days of it.
You just want
and
more.
me, yes, I would be an excellent addition.
Well, you would mix it up, that's for sure.
Order of
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get down to brass tacks here.
Yeah. Let's get down to brass tacks.
All right, so who's here?
A very
Take your time.
I don't know how to put it. Icon in the radio business.
A very iconic person from the radio business.
Go fuck yourself, okay? Then you should have said that yourself.
Well,
Don't
I
ask
was waiting,
me,
man.
Don't ask me then.
You had a good 5-10 seconds of dead air there. I didn't know what to do. I panicked.
That's right.
Usually,
I wanted to see what you were going to do. And
You
what did you
usually
do?
carry us.
And what did you do? You did nothing.
Yeah, you've been carrying me on your shoulders for years.
The radio
I didn't
went
know what
off.
to do.
The show went off the air, and you did nothing. Okay?
I guess I got a little bit lazy.
Yeah. There you
I'm
go.
waiting for you to do all the
That's
talking.
because you know why you got lazy. Because you're relaxed if you just unloaded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm at least a few pounds lighter
Yeah,
right
I'll
now.
bet you did. Yeah, I'll bet you did on 37.
I'll show you the picture I took.
Everybody know he goes to the bathroom on 37.
Well, at least I don't go in the other bathroom like Tim.
Yeah, well, hey, that's another story.
Lesser of two.
Anyway, Carol Mills here with a little bit of, sounds like she has bronchitis, so.
Oh, I'm going to keep my distance then.
Let's get her in here.
Hello.
Carol Miller, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
I'll tell you something. For somebody who's got freaking whooping cough, it's going great.
You've rallied.
Yes, I've rallied, and I'm here.
That must be extremely tough, right this way.
Extremely tough. You know where I got it?
Where?
This place. He's dating the police. There was whooping cough in the studio here. No, I work here, and I also work elsewhere. And so I came down with whooping cough really bad. It's going around again for crazy reasons. I don't have my whole voice. But what happened was, I was then told that another studio, that it was diagonally over there, that somebody over there had it, came down with it, wiped out the studio, and they didn't tell anybody. Should I tell you who they are?
I'll let them be innocent. Wait, no, you tell me. Tell me who it is, actually. I want to
Okay, Opie and Anthony.
Figures.
Yes. And I'm serious because, you can't medically prove where you got something, but logic can dictate. Because if you never ran into whooping cough and you went into a studio, I was in their studio to get something, and then you get it, where'd you get it?
Exactly.
So there. So, I love Howard and Robin and everybody, and wish I could talk better today, but I don't care.
Yeah, I'll let you save your voice for the studio with Howard and Robin and the gang.
They can make fun of me, I don't care.
All right, Carol, good to have you here.
Thank you.
I warn you in advance that she sounds terrible.
Why?
She's got like a throat. She's got a weird throaty, sicky thing going on.
Is she sick?
She says she's not. She said she was, and she's over.
She canceled
now.
2 weeks ago because she was sick, and I think she's still dealing.
She said
with the
she
same
said she's
issue.
not sick anymore, but she still has but she sounds sick. I'm just warning you.
So is it distracting to talk to her? Will it sound bad?
A little bit, a tiny bit. It's hard to explain to the audience that she's a chick with a hot voice because that hot voice is not there. That's her tool.
Hey now. Hey, here, fellow radio person, Carol Miller is here. She works at Sirius, and she's still on Q104, I think, in New York. And she's had a spectacular radio career, and I love talking radio. She wrote a book called Up All Night, My Life and Times in Rock Radio. And what a charmed career. Ah, there you are. Hi.
A charmed career, you thought.
Oh, a charmed career, if ever there was one. And I'll tell you why. How are you?
Outside of whooping cough.
Oh, you have whooping cough?
No, wait, but yes.
Do me a favor. Don't be in here. I can't get that.
You can't because I'm not contagious anymore. But I swear.
Go sit in that booth. I swear to God.
Don't worry about it. I'm begging you. Don't worry about it.
You're begging me. I'm scared. I'm so afraid of germs.
I know. So am
You
I.
have whooping cough?
Let me tell you something. You know whose fault
I
it is?
feel like I'm getting it already.
Wait, let me put this in.
Don't come near me.
No, don't worry about it.
Please, I don't want to get sick.
You're not going to get it.
All right, sit back far on the couch.
All right, here.
And you sound like you have whooping cough.
Yeah, I know I don't sound right, but you know something? You can make fun of me. I don't care. I'm here.
No, I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm
I
a
love
fan.
you. I wanted to come.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you wanted to come. Should have waited a few more weeks
No,
until you felt better.
you know something? You know, you could just postpone enough. People go, who cares, you know?
Wow, I'm so paranoid of germs. I've got
yeah, you and Jerry Seinfeld, forget about it.
Jerry Seinfeld. Never mind Jerry Seinfeld. I've got such a bad case. Like I can't touch things. I'm like completely
Look, I got
whacked.
gloves on. You're not getting it.
All right, thank you.
Look.
Get Carol a surgical mask.
No.
Or you. I don't know. Somebody needs a mask.
No, because I have so much I want to talk to you about.
There's plenty to talk about.
Yeah. Your voice going to be all right?
I don't care. If you can listen to it, I'll listen to it.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know if the fans will, but I will. So you're still on Q104?
Yes.
Now, have you been able to work with whooping cough?
I was off for the last week and a half.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, but you know whose fault it is?
Whose?
Jenny McCarthy.
Why?
Because there's all these women who have these cockamamie ideas that children shouldn't get vaccines. And no, I use her name in jest because she's one of them, but they are saying now that they don't want the children to have vaccines. So therefore, a lot of, illnesses that were banished in the 20th century.
But whooping cough, I'm going to get it now.
You're not getting it.
Robin, I'm coming to your apartment.
No, you're not.
No, I want to be out of the studio.
You're not getting it.
I'm not?
way beyond.
Why do you think I'm not getting it?
Because after 5 days of antibiotics, which I've been on for like 2 weeks,
right,
you're not contagious.
All right.
And I didn't kiss you.
All right, don't kiss me. I would like to kiss you, but I'm not going to. So the reason I said you had a charmed career, Carol was one of these DJs I used to listen to, especially when I was younger. And really, I would imagine the other DJs at your radio stations were jealous of you because rock stars and anybody who came and visited, they'd put you in videos. You were in Ian Hunter's video. Yeah. You were, which is one of the all-time great videos. What was the song that was?
Only the Good Ones Are Taken.
Only the Good Ones Are Taken. Carol was so hot that Ian Hunter looked at her, put her in the video, and I can imagine that every DJ on the radio station was jealous because you were getting these outside opportunities. True?
Well, I never took it really that seriously. I think the guys were always kind of like more jealous about their careers. I thought it was funny.
Right. Well,
yeah.
I just think that for a guy at a radio station, it's tough when the woman gets. I remember the WNEW calendar. They'd do a calendar every year of all the DJs, and guys would be like just wanting to see Carol Miller's pictures in the calendar.
And you know what? Those crazy calendars, they always wanted people to dress up like somebody else, and I said, that's nuts.
Right.
I don't want to wear a clown hat. I don't do that.
Right, yeah. But I just know that it was a charmed career in that you were you like a valedictorian of your high school?
Yeah, salutatorian.
Yeah, salutatorian, the second to the valedictorian.
Yeah, they left off the .03 on my extra AP credit.
So you're this brilliant girl. Your father was what, a doctor?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. And you were going to college. You were being groomed to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Doctor, and I became a lawyer actually.
Did you actually get a law degree?
Yes.
Did you pass the bar?
I did everything I did, and I stayed in radio.
So when your father heard you wanted to go into radio, he was completely freaked out and pissed, right?
Well, he was beyond that. My father. You see, I know enough about you from your family and listening to your wonderful family that your father never really thought you were a moron. He loved you. My father thought I was a moron.
No, my father thought I was a moron.
No, my father, you're a moron, and I'll write off the last 20 years you're a moron.
Yeah, but you weren't a moron. I mean, you were really good in school and stuff. And so the idea that you were, gonna
horrible.
What school? What college did you go to?
University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, so that's like about as Ivy League as you get. University of Pennsylvania. You're this brilliant daughter of a doctor. It looks like you're on track to really have this great life.
Yep.
Why? You don't seem like somebody who was in love with radio. Why did you even go down and volunteer? You know what I mean? I mean, in your history as a kid growing up, were you enamored with the radio?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you were?
See, no, I don't blame you if you didn't read my book.
No,
Yeah,
I haven't read it yet. I'll read it.
It's a lot to read,
Right.
but it's funny. I always loved radio from the get-go. And it was a very, very important part of my life. And I always found that there was an invisible party in my room called Radioland.
Right.
And as a kid, you know, I was DXing and listening to all my invisible friends come home from school, and Murray the K and Cousin Brucey, they'd all be there just at the flick of a switch.
Was life easy for you as a kid? I mean, being this beautiful and, I mean, you know, you could have gone into modeling, I'm pretty sure. You were that hot, right?
Well, not in those days, I'll tell you. So I did a little modeling when I was a teenager.
So you must have been the charmed kid at school, right?
No. You know, those days, it wasn't that easy for us Jews. I'm really darker, you know, when they gave you a lot of trouble.
Were you a popular kid in school?
I was popular as being the smart kid.
Were guys banging you at a young age?
I didn't know what banging was.
Oh, you were very naive sexually.
Well, if you read the book, you'll see I'm from such a background that makes it funny that I didn't know from anything.
Right. And so you weren't going out with guys, and guys weren't hitting on you?
Well, they were hitting on me, but I was going, I don't do that. I can't
Right.
do that.
You were a good girl.
Came from an Orthodox background.
When did you start having sex? In college?
Under pressure, yes, in college.
What do you mean pressure? Some guy talked you into it and you weren't
No,
really ready?
the women's lib movement came and dragged me, kicking and screaming.
You mean you felt you had to have sex because of the women?
Yes.
But the women's lib movement would have been just the opposite, saying you don't have to be pressured into having sex.
No, women's lib movement was a hoax.
It was?
Yeah.
Why was it a hoax?
But the whole deal, Howard, was that women weren't supposed to have sex, and so being liberated meant having sex.
See, the women's lib movement, and hi, Robin, I think it was cooked up by guys to make women think that it was their idea to do this.
Right, right.
Because that way they had a reason, they had an intellectual reason to do this.
So how do you get into radio? You go down to the college radio station, you start to volunteer like I did, right?
Yeah.
And you start to, and you're really good at it. I mean, you had a very natural delivery. You weren't sort of struggling to be on the radio. It was kind of easy.
Well, the thing was this, you know, even though I sound like a frog right now,
right?
I could do Joan Rivers really good right now.
I know in a week I'm going to be sounding like this.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Keep telling me that. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, you know, it was the whole start of the FM thing.
Yeah.
And I did not really make a connection between, you know, Top 40 AM and the new direction of FM. And this was a whole new world that was kind of opening up. And so I didn't really have a role model. The only woman that I had heard on the air, of course, here in New York was Alison Steele.
Yeah.
And she was very beautiful and glamorous. She was an older woman, but she had a persona.
Yeah, she was like an announcer.
Well, no, she had an act of that she was the Nightbird.
Right.
And I had this crackpot idea, because all I was a kid, that if I could be your friend on the radio, like, you know, the guys could be your friend.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about you. It was like you were a friend on the radio.
Yeah.
And, you know, you being a super hot chick, it was kind of cool. Then you saw you, and it was like, wow, maybe that's a girl I could get. You know what I mean? Because she's friendly.
She's friendly.
You know, no one's friendly who looks like that. But, of course, you know, I fell for it.
But by the way, you're looking very good right now.
Oh, thank you.
And I love the show.
Oh, America's Got Talent.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun doing it.
I love the harp guy.
Earth Harp, yeah, he was terrific. He really was good. So, did you ever bang a listener? Would a listener ever get you? No, I don't think so.
No.
Because, and I would imagine that you get out of college and you get a job at WMMR in Philadelphia, which is unbelievable to me, because if someone would have taken me out of college and given me a job at WMMR, I think I would have just died and gone to heaven.
I got the job while I was still in college.
Wow.
And they offered me the job, and they said, okay, you can do weekends and fill-ins. And I said, great. And then I realized that some of the fill-ins might be what classes were on.
Yeah.
I figured it wouldn't happen, but it did.
Yeah.
So I was cutting class to fill in.
Can you imagine? I mean, when I was in college, I was so bad on the radio. I mean, MMR to me would have been the pinnacle of my radio career if I could have gotten there. And you, while you're in college, you get a job there. Do you think your looks played into it, though? Did it help you get in the door? Because because you're so stunning.
Well, thank you, but I don't think so. But thank you.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, rock stars were banging you.
No, they were trying.
Right,
blah, blah, blah.
and they were putting you in videos because of your look. Your beauty also played
That's
into
nice
this.
of you.
Did the radio programmers hit on you?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
But see, here was the joke.
They probably thought if they gave you a job, they could bang you.
Yes, but here's the thing. I was pretty naive. My whole concept was that I was totally into the music. I was started out. I was going to be the secretary at the college rock station,
right,
and file records.
Right.
I didn't think a girl could do this, but when I got the idea that I wanted to do it because somebody teased me at the radio station, they said, "Oh, you think you can do this, huh?"
Right.
I said, "All right." So I said, "Well, it's a gimmick. They just hired an English guy, so maybe they need a girl, and I'll surprise them because I'll actually know what I'm talking about." And so the guy that introduced me on the air the very first day actually does shows here at Sirius XM.
Who's that?
Michael Tierson.
Oh yeah, I listen to him on Deep Track.
Yeah, well, and he was just the same guy, and I'll never forget this. You know, people are who they are, and I say this with no animosity. He looks at me, it's in the book, and he goes, "We won't be needing a girl around here, so you won't be here for very long." And this is what he said before the mic went on. And I looked at him, and I'm 20 years old, you know.
Yeah.
Then he puts the mic on. He said, "And now we have Carol Miller." He says, "This is a microphone." And I said, "Does it bite?" And I went on, and then I just did my show.
He was condescending. Were you nervous on the radio when you first got on, or you were relaxed?
Oh, no. Very nervous, but I pretend to be relaxed.
Yeah. I pretended to be relaxed. It didn't help. I was awful. I mean, I was awful.
nervous.
I was so bad at it.
No,
I found
how could
even
you be awful?
I was awful, and I was so bad at it that even queuing up these records and putting them out. You want some water?
No, I got here
Okay.
coffee.
I feel like I should put you in the hospital. Not let alone.
I've been. You know, they don't want me there.
They don't want you in the hospital?
No, she can't even be in the hospital.
Right. So I'm so scared I'm going to get whooping cough. I mean, oh my God. Yeah, Dan, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, I just want to say that the fucking that whooping cough is very contagious, Howard.
Oh my God.
Oh no! Don't call and say that.
Oh no. Oh my God.
No, I'm telling you, I wouldn't come here. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm a responsible person.
Okay. Well, anyway, I catch everything.
So do I.
So you've had a radio career unlike mine, where I think people, you were on the fast track, you were at MMR, you got to PLJ in New York, WNEW FM in New York, and you know what's shocking? A lot of people don't realize this, and if they read Carol's book, they will. In the beginning of her career, in the beginning of my career, you could play whatever you wanted on the radio. The DJs were in charge of the music.
She picked her own music.
That's right. You got to pick your own music, which I hated because, A, I didn't care about the music. I just wanted to be an announcer.
Thank you.
And I found it to be a big pain in my ass. I was looking to be on the radio. I didn't care what songs I played. I didn't understand this passion that everybody had.
Well, in the book, I make an argument about this because the idea is to present music that people like.
Right.
It shouldn't matter who picks it.
Right.
And people say, "Do you pick your own music?" I said, "Did you like it?"
Right.
That's all that counts. Now, at the beginning, we had just a certain number of albums, 10 rock albums, the brand new albums.
Right.
Now, in a few years, you have 100. How are you going to present 100 new albums every day to everybody and expect them to hear something new every day and even retain it?
I know.
You can't do that.
It's an impossible job. I say program directors have the hardest job. They have to sit there. Their whole careers are based on trying to figure out what people want to hear.
Right.
It's insane.
It's a joint thing where you say, yeah, you want to introduce people to music, but people say they want to hear everything new, but they really don't because they can't. They want to hear some things new and then the things they like. And it's kind of a balance of making it sound like you're hearing the new things, introducing them, and also playing things they like.
How old were you when Steven Tyler took up with you? You had like a 6-month love affair with Steven Tyler,
well, I
right?
Well, a love affair, but yeah.
How amazing is that? I mean, you're working at the radio. Like, I've worked at radio stations. Nobody's looking for love affairs with me. No rock stars, female rock stars, or male ones for that matter, want to know me. I mean, it must have been so incredible. How old were you?
26.
You're a 26-year-old girl working at a radio station. Steven Tyler, one of the biggest rock stars in the world, Certainly someone fantastic, right?
You have to understand something. First of all, as a person, he's a funny person. You know him.
Yeah.
He's a sweet guy, but he needs supervision.
Right.
As I wrote in the book, I wasn't sure if he could use a bank machine, when they invented them.
Nor did he have to learn to use one.
That's right, because he had a manager. They didn't have to do anything.
Right.
But the whole thing, if you read my book, the funny part is that because of the background that I come from, I wasn't looking for, sex and love affairs. I was on a mission to find a husband because I was getting old.
Right.
From my
26.
Yeah, the bloom was off the rose.
Right.
So I'm working at night. Who do you meet? Engineers, program directors, and rock stars that come through the station.
Who are you going to go with?
Well, who asks you out?
Right.
So as hard as it is to believe, me meeting the rock stars was like somebody meeting somebody from the office.
Right, yeah.
And
they were interested. You had the look. They you were cute as hell. You're a young girl. They were looking for young girls, and you have a good career going. Were you making a lot of money when you were 26?
Well, I have never made a lot of money, to be honest with you, Howard.
Is that true?
Absolutely true.
You're one of the best, I would say, if you take
he would
radio,
always talk about Carol Miller.
Allison Steele, there were guys, when you think about it in terms of like a baseball or Major League Baseball, to be on a New York radio station, especially at a young age, that is considered the pinnacle. You can't do much better than that. Every disc jockey wants to come to New York and get one of these jobs.
Right.
And you're saying there was no money in it.
What I'm saying is
what was your best year? How much?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah. I'm curious because people think it's like you're a multimillionaire walking around.
Oh, yeah. Before the pay cut, my best year was $160,000.
Yes. Now, it's pretty amazing. $160,000.
I don't make that now.
Right.
And let me tell you why. It's not, first of all, when I got into radio, there was, and I was not a performer artist like you are. I'm a DJ.
Right.
And there was a thing called parody, AM and FM. AM always got more. Because and so I was paid, when I started at PLJ, I don't mind saying this, I got about $30,000 a year.
Right.
It went further than whatever now. That money, I mean, I could do the whole math for you, how you could go up, the cost of living and everything.
I tell my guys now, I talk to them about radio. I said, this idea, we've got the best jobs in the world. I said, you have no idea what's doing out there in radio. Here's a person who's at the pinnacle.
Right.
And sure, $160,000 is a great amount of money, but it ain't some millionaire running around on the radio.
And then I got... go ahead, Robin.
I was just going to say, it's that other thing that Howard always talks about, being famous with no money.
Yeah, well, the thing is this. There were two factors, and the other one I accepted and understood. I was told point blank when I started, we're not going to give you as much as the men because they have a family to support. Now, no, wait a minute. You know something? I understood that. It just was not. We're going back 30-some-odd years.
Right.
This was not beyond my comprehension. I said, well, that's right. I don't. You know,
but they didn't hire a family. They hired a man.
But that was the thinking.
You rationalized it somehow so you could get through the day.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Because it's really not fair. How do they know what your situation is? Maybe you were supporting your family.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I know that, but it was a different time, so I was happy to have the job.
Right.
You know, they didn't want to have women in the first place. I was up for a job at PLJ twice, and they said they weren't ready to have a woman
Larry
yet.
Berger was the PD?
Finally, he hired me, yes.
Yeah.
And he...
Yeah, I was frustrated by him. I was going to be the new morning guy at PLJ. Jim Kerr was the morning man.
That's right.
And Larry Berger called me. I was working in Detroit, and he said, all I wanted in my career was to be the morning man at WPLJ. You know, if I could have had that, that would have been like, I would have thought I died and went to heaven. So Larry Berger gives me the big call, and he says, I'm watching you. I said, you're watching me? Hire me. No, I got this guy in the morning, Jim Kerr. I could fire him. No. I'm not going to fire him. Maybe I'll put you on at night at some point and let you do nights, but you can only talk for 3 minutes, 3 minutes an hour. I said, but that's not what I do, and why would you hire me? Well, so I had to wait. Then I went to Washington, D.C. He said, I'm going to look at you and see how you do in Washington. I didn't hear from him. I'm waiting, like for Mashiach. And then finally, NBC called me, so I went. But I would have died to work at the station you were working at. It was a great rock station.
It was the best. It was a great team. But I can tell you something. I know why, and I know you had it in for Jim because of that.
No, not for Jim. I mean, I'm happy for Jim.
I know, but you used to joke about it.
I joke about it.
I know. Yeah. He was, and I put him in the book. He was like Little Lord Fauntleroy.
Yeah.
He was the whitest person I ever saw in my life.
Yeah.
He was from Cornstick, Michigan. He had long blonde hair, but he had the voice of like
a great voice.
James Bond. And
he had a great voice. I remember I used to listen to him. I think this must be the best looking guy on the planet. And then you see him, he's just a regular guy.
He was a child.
Yeah, right.
And so anyway, the girls loved him. So he was doing very well.
Was he getting a lot of sex, Jim Kerr, being the morning man at PLJ?
I can't speak for him, but from what I hear, yes.
Yeah, I imagine so, right? And you, meanwhile, were not slow. Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Steven himself says in his book his penis was massive, and it was huge, right?
You know something? Which book? The new book or the old book?
I don't know which book. I remember that his penis is big.
It's hard for me to remember. You know why? Because that wasn't really the most important part of the relationship. And you know why? Because most of these rock stars, it's in everybody's head that it's all about the sex. Meanwhile, it's really not. And you know that. When I was going out with Steven, it was really more about, he was a really fun, friendly guy. It's hard to explain that would be a friend of yours in 8th grade. Right. And he loved to do crazy things like wrap yourself in blankets and run around a room.
When he asked you out, were you shocked? I mean, he was like one of the biggest rock stars, still is.
Yeah, but you see, yes, but I come from a background where there were no posters in my room as a child.
You didn't worship these guys?
No. I just thought they were good at what they did, and it would be fun to go out with them because of the fun.
Did they understand you had a regular job? Because these guys are like children. They're
like children.
They want a woman with them 24/7.
That's right.
And if you can't be with them 24/7.
Right. Exactly. And Steven Tyler was such a decent guy that if you read the book, I hope people do, because it's very funny the way I meet him. I thought he was dead. Because he falls asleep in a bed and this and the whole thing. And I'm never going to go out with him because he's an idiot.
What you're referring to is that Stephen was using drugs.
Yeah.
And you're there with him, and he uses drugs, and he passes out.
Right, but that was the first time I met him.
And you thought he died.
Yeah, and I said, how am I going to get out of the hotel? I'm going to be the last person seen with a rock star. If you read the chapter, I pour water on his face, and it's funny.
He's out cold.
Out cold. But then he winds up calling me back. And I realize this guy's out of his gourd.
But wait a second. The kicker to the story is you call his manager or somebody, and they say, stick some fried eggs underneath his nose and he'll be revived. They'd obviously been through this with him.
Yes.
And they stuck fried eggs under his nose. You did it. And he woke up, and and that was it. He was fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then I left.
Were you doing a lot of drugs back then?
No. I never was really a drug person.
So when Steven's partying, what are you doing?
Oh, I'll tell you. When I did start going out with him, because it was a few months later, he came back. They were working on the record. Because of my hours, he was coming up to the radio station. Come on out. You want to go here? You want to go there? Sure. So that's how it started. And, he'd fly me to places and this and that.
So you held out a long time before you gave him sex, right? You were not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, see, even though he really wasn't a candidate with a capital C, I was on that Jewish look for a husband. And
did you really think Steven Tyler was going to end up being your husband?
No, but I thought Paul Stanley would.
Paul Stanley of Kiss?
Yes.
He asked you out. He asked you out. You went out with him, and you had a loving relationship with him.
Yes,
For how long?
A few months, and then they went on tour, but I've been friends with him ever since then.
Paul good in bed?
He's a wonderful guy. I have nothing bad to say. His mother just passed away.
You think Paul Stanley broke up with you because you're a Jewish girl and he wanted something more exotic? He wanted he wanted some exotic sort of Catholic girl or something he couldn't get in high school.
In the book, I wrote that, but I'm writing that kind of humorously because I realized that my understanding of guys coming from my little Orthodox type background was so limited that I thought every guy is looking to settle down.
Right.
Even the guy that wears spandex on stage.
Did your parents ever sit you down and go, "Honey, you're dating the wrong kind of guy"?
They never talked to me about dating. I wasn't allowed to go on a date, and then they were worried I wasn't married.
I see. So when you're going out with Paul Stanley, The legendary feud between him and Gene Simmons is that they don't get along.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's all right. You can say that here. Paul Stanley did get along with Gene Simmons?
Yeah.
He didn't have a bad word to say about him?
No.
And you're telling me you really don't remember Steven Tyler's penis size, or you're just one of those people that doesn't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it. It was, look, I'm not, what's those plastic caster people? I'm not that.
Were you satisfied, though, sexually from Steven?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have cared. I was having a good time on the plane.
Right. Were you in love with him?
No.
It was about just sort of hanging.
Yes, I realized that.
Wow. That's like a dude. You were like a dude.
Well, but I was a friend. It was like the friends with benefits thing.
But Paul Stanley you were in love with?
Yes.
And when he broke your heart?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I didn't understand they were going on tour, and I didn't understand, and he told me, later on, of course, guys, like, we shouldn't get married. We go on tour. He was straight ahead also.
Right.
But the funny part in the book was I just didn't understand these things. I didn't go around, like, beating myself up. I thought it was my hair's too dark, my teeth are bad,
When Ian Hunter asked you to be in a video, which I think
wasn't him, it was his manager.
Was that manager trying to get in your pants?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's the great. I was talking about MTV with somebody. MTV was so amazing. Watching these videos was like our art form. Like, it was like great artists were coming out of this. But some of them now, when you look back at them, like the Ian Hunter video you were in, you had the cutest hairdo in that. Your ponytail is off to the side.
I did that myself.
I love that. And you look super hot in it, and all these hot chicks are in it. And, of course, they're all chasing Ian Hunter around. They're running their fingers through his hair. Ian Hunter smoking a cigarette through the whole thing.
Yeah, with the sunglasses.
With the sunglasses on. Ridiculous, right?
Right.
Ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
No, it's all ridiculous.
And now it's all gone. I mean, there's no more of that. You don't see videos playing an important part.
Well, thank goodness, because it went over the top. I mean, who needs it, really?
Yeah. Are you sad by how radio is declining now, that people are just not as excited about it? It doesn't have the same clout it used to have?
I think that it's all a matter of marketing and advertising. And this is why I call radio the Maytag of media.
Right.
It's like you need it. Everybody has it. The guy sits there, it doesn't break, but when it does, oh my God, the radio's broken. And we, collectively in radio, did not do our job in glamorizing and showing the attractiveness and the total utility and the superior appeal of radio.
I agree.
It is, you can't turn it off. It doesn't break down. You don't have to upload, download. You don't have to do anything to it. You can't stop it. It bounces off the stratosphere. The government can't shut it down. There are just so many reasons why it is the perfect sonic component. And yet, because of marketing, people have allowed people to think that walking around the street with little plastic things in their ears with canned music is hip. It's just marketing. And I think one of the things about...
So it makes you sad that the DJ is not appreciated.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that the media likes to think that.
Yeah, I think the DJ is appreciated. I think the audience likes to hear somebody,
yes,
you know?
I will tell you something. There are two people that besides here, of course, Mel Karmazin came and, elevated Sirius XM. But I have to hand it to Bob Pittman, because I work for Clear Channel. And because he started MTV,
right.
He came in there, and he understands that. He loves radio. And he is... Everything he does is with a splash.
Yes.
And I really think that
he gets the show business of
it. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And when it all comes out in the wash, because it's going to come out, how many devices could we have? It's just ridiculous. We have to have the one that works. Radio is going to be standing, and people are just all excited by their latest thumb thing.
Yeah, well, that thumb thing is delivering music in a way that doesn't have commercials, and that's what's going to eventually win out. You know that.
You know something?
You don't think so?
Let me ask you a question. This is my other theory. I wish I could talk better.
I know. You should have waited to come in when your voice was all right.
Then you would have said, she's over, it's done.
No, I wouldn't have.
Never.
You're wrong.
Why
No, I
say
feel you're
that?
struggling with your voice. I got to ask you something.
Yeah.
You were married, I guess it was your first marriage, to Mark Goodman, the VJ, right?
Yeah.
Was that your first or your second marriage?
First.
Yeah, you're married now, right?
Yes.
Your first marriage, Mark Goodman, the VJ, he was a big deal back then because he was on MTV.
Yes, but I knew him before.
Right. And you worked with him where, at MMR?
No, actually at PLJ for a little bit, but I had a lot of friends in common from MMR.
The rumor I heard, this was a rumor, you don't address it in your book, but tell me if it's true or false. You came home one day and you discovered him in bed with 2 women, and it blew your mind. I mean, of course it would blow your mind. It's your husband. True or false?
No, false.
It looks like you're looking in your mind for whether that's. I mean, that's something you wouldn't forget.
What is this related to?
No. I'm wondering which story you've gotten it confused with somebody else. No,
somebody told me that, and I didn't know if it was true or not. And I said, "Look at this guy."
No, but.
How many women was it? Was it more than 2?
No. I never came home and found him in bed with a woman, but I did. Well, look, it is what it was. I think he is another person who, certain guys, when their fame goes to their head and they're at a certain age, and I have it in the book too. Even my father said, give him a year, let him stop around, he'll come back.
Really? Your dad said that? Isn't that interesting when your father says that to you? It makes you wonder what he did to your mom.
No, because you're married. The men do this, it's the old way.
Right.
Let him get it out of his system.
So did you wait the year to see if he'd get it out of his system?
And then my father says, let him get it out of his system and get an AIDS test.
I see. Do you run into him in the halls around here? He works here as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Do you ever run into him?
Once or twice.
Really? Is it ugly?
How
is it
is
like,
that?
Hey, you don't talk to him, he doesn't talk to you?
No, I'll tell you something. When he left, it was my choice. I decided I'm not going to be... He left... He ran off with somebody else, whatever. I'm not going to be the groveling whatever. I'm going on the air and working. And I was shocked. I'm from a very conservative background. So I just went about my business, and I decided never to see him again.
Right.
I never saw him again until a few years ago in the Sirius studios.
That's what I say, yeah. I would imagine you run into each other, yeah.
Yes, I ran into him.
How awkward was that on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most awkward?
Well, because I have a sense of humor, and I think Lifetime is a funny channel.
Yeah.
And I've been through so much crap.
Yeah.
If you read my book, I'm a cancer and this and that,
So much cancer, right? You've been through.
Yes, and I never told anybody.
Were you a smoker? Were you a cigarette smoker?
No.
It's just, you got breast cancer when you were like 20.
And uterine cancer, yes.
Just like that. Was it in your family?
It killed everybody.
Wow.
So,
and did you had a mastectomy?
2.
And then you had 2 mastectomies.
All of it. They put me back together 10 times.
What with an implant they put?
Oh, please, I don't want to talk about.
What do you mean you don't want? You talk about it in your book, no?
Yes, but I don't. I look like a person, right?
No, you look terrific. I'm saying.
Yes, I've been through hell and back.
No, you really, really have.
I just finished some radiation last year from the inside. You don't want to know.
You had what type of other cancer did you have?
Uterine. They took the plumbing out too.
Wow.
And you know what my joke is?
Yeah.
I asked. You know who I asked this question to? Naomi Wolf, the feminist.
Right.
She has a few cards in the deck that I think are loose. I said, would you consider me a woman now? I don't have any parts.
What did she say?
She was a little stumped.
Of course you're a woman.
No, I'm saying that humorously.
Yeah, but is that how you feel inside? That
No.
you're not a woman?
I feel exactly the same. Exactly the same, because you know something?
Then why would you ask her that?
Because she wrote a book about... She just came out with a book about how your body parts are related to your brain, and I thought it was crazy.
Yeah, look, I only have 2 inches, and I consider myself a man, even though technically I'm a woman. All right? That's it. You got to think of yourself the way you are.
No. I think of
It's
myself
in your
as
brain,
a woman.
right?
That's right. It's in your brain. What are you, 2 inches? It's barely a clitoris I got down there.
No, everything...
My balls are a good size.
Well, I think of myself as a woman, and not only that, I'm like Barbie.
Right.
Because they put me back like Barbie.
I like you better this way, quite frankly.
Why, thank you.
I think all that internal stuff is disgusting. I like a woman who's been cleaned out a little. Honestly.
Between you and me?
Yeah, much better.
Yes.
No, but the cancer, I mean, you've looked death in the eye, right?
And back. I've had MRSA twice in the hospital.
You've had what?
that staph infection.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've had.
Is that from the treatment?
No, that's from the hospitals. You get to.
You pick up stuff.
Yeah, I've had. You wouldn't believe what I've had. I'm like the cockroach that ate Manhattan. But I swear, I got a sense of humor.
And you've had
about
what?
it.
Radiation and chemo.
Radiation. They didn't give me the chemo because I had a heart murmur, and I don't like.
Wow.
I had the 2 mastectomies, and
You've had 10 surgeries there, right?
About 25.
25 surgeries.
I'm not kidding.
Why the 25? To reconstruct?
Yes, because I had infections and all kinds of problems. But you know
my
something?
God. You've been through hell.
Yes, I call myself Queen Cut Me Up.
And did you go through the divorce all through that?
Here's the fun part that's in the book, where because I do have a sense of humor thanks to my father, who I miss very much. When I was going through the divorce, I went through the divorce, and all of a sudden I came down with it.
No.
And I don't mind saying this, but it's in the book, so I could say this. He sued me for my half for the co-op. Because New York state law at that time was just an investment. So you could sue. They didn't.
Right. Well, it's a marital asset, yeah.
Yeah. So I was at his lawyer's office, and he's not a bad person. I think he just didn't get it. I said, listen, I have cancer, and I am paying for all this other stuff right now. Could you please, not sue me? So they delayed it for 5 years if he would have the money. But he came and got me anyway. It was right on the door, affixed to the door. And I had to pay $43,000 and then another $23,000 while I was going through all this shit, plus driving my father to chemotherapy. And guess what? I had a nice apartment.
Yeah. Well, you've been through a lot.
Yeah, and you know what?
Don't you think radio is a dismal career? I mean, you've had a pretty good one, but most guys just really get the shit beaten out of them, don't they?
Yeah,
it's not. Management doesn't take kindly to DJs, do they? They don't really appreciate them, do they?
I never really thought it was a career, and that's why I got into it. I thought it was something so new and exciting like the Beatles.
Yeah.
But it's been wonderful to me because...
you wouldn't recommend it to other kids when you go coming out of college?
I don't know what type of opportunities there are.
Right.
Because you know what it is? If you really work, if you really love what you're doing, because I really like hanging out and talking to people.
Right.
Maybe I feel like, when I was a kid listening, like I'm on the other side of the radio and I'm your friend. And I really mean that.
Yeah.
And I like it so much that I've shown up for work sick and this and that. It's not because I'm stupid or a martyr.
You love it.
I love to do it. And you
still
do too.
love to do it, yeah. And when you saw Mark in the hallway after all of as you say, you had financial issues with him and you were going through cancer. You saw him. So because you have a good sense of humor, what did you say to him when you saw him after all this time?
Well, the first thing he said, he was very nice, and he said, "Oh, you look exactly the same. I can't believe it. You didn't get fat." Well, I wasn't sure why you were supposed to get fat. But anyway, we were talking, and, he does have a daughter from a second marriage.
Right.
And then I think there was another marriage. And then he said that he realized that he was a fool. I mean, he was sincere, and that he didn't understand what we had. And that's when I saw Lifetime Movie of the Week.
Well, guys do learn. Sometimes you don't realize what you have when you have it.
And so I don't write a bad book about, a bad person. And that's not a big focus of the book at all.
Was it hard to get the book published? Because
no.
Because, you think about it with radio and stuff. Sometimes, people don't give a shit,
Do you know that I was never going to write a book? What happened was I got a letter from an editor at HarperCollins. I was opening the Warren Zevon book.
Right.
And there's a letter in there saying, did you ever think of writing your memoirs? We bet you have some great rock stories. And I said, wow, they think I should write a book about rock star gossip. And I said, oh, no, I wouldn't want to do that, but I'll talk to them. HarperCollins.
Yeah, well, I could see why you'd think that. I mean, you've banged quite a few rock stars.
Not that many.
Whitesnake, that guy, right?
Oh, but that's
the whole band.
No. What's his name? Coverdale, right?
Yeah. Look.
Big get in the world of women and men.
It's a big.
Hey, by the way, the name Whitesnake.
Yeah, I got that part.
Was named after his penis.
I guess so.
Is it
that big?
Is it that crazy big?
No.
So
nobody's like that.
Tyler is like that.
No, he's not like that.
I know a woman who blew him, and she told me it was huge.
She has a small mouth.
Really? Do you really think so? Wow, because she claimed that,
oh, give me a
some
break.
guy told me you got a blowjob next to Steven on the tour bus, and he said it was monstrous.
No, listen, that whole thing. I have to tell you something. When I went out with these people, I actually was their girlfriend, and I'm dead serious. I never saw any of this crap.
Yeah.
I never saw groupies except when they would throw things at me.
But do you feel incredibly special when a guy like Steven Tyler or the Whitesnake guy, they're at the top, they're on the top, they're being catered to, and you're the girl on the arm?
You know why? I think it's great that they invited me. I like being there, but I know damn well that if it was any other pretty girl, it would be them too.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
And that's what.
Very smart that way.
Yeah. I was looking for a relationship, and but I also got to go to a lot of nice restaurants and airplanes.
Right.
What can I tell you? I
it's fun being on those private jets with the guy and he's hanging out with the band. It's pretty heady stuff. I mean, for a young girl,
it's fun, but you have to know that that's not
it's
reality.
not real. No.
And you say, what would they do if you had a flat tire? Would they be coming to fix it and help you? No.
How's your marriage now?
Great.
Good dude or what?
My husband is Paul Logus. He is a recording engineer, mixer, producer, and he's doing a lot of mastering right now.
You never caught him in bed with two girls at the same time? Maybe that's where I heard it from.
No, I never did.
Good.
No, I think you met him at your party.
Yeah.
He is doing, the music business has been really crazy. He was the guy who did you remember when Jimmy Page did redid Kashmir, Come With Me. He produced that with Puff Daddy. He did all the big hits with P. Diddy and all the Bad Boy stuff in the 90s. He mixed all that stuff with a couple of his friends, Bad Boy Music. And now he's doing a lot of mastering. He did Anthrax, just did Stone Sour.
Wow. Did you ever end up in bed with a girl? Never.
No.
You're too good of a girl.
No, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
I find I'm a regular girl. To me, it's like, disgusting. I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're into guys.
Wait a minute. Why do guys like that?
Oh, please. Why do guys like that?
They like to see it, but I don't.
It's a scene. It's a scene.
Yeah, I know, but no.
You got to be a guy to understand.
I guess so, but I go, bleh.
Yes, Jeff the drunk.
Yeah, my cousin died from the whooping cough.
Oh no! Don't even tell me that. I'm going to get it now.
You had fizzy L's.
Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead.
You know, Carol, I really like you a lot, and there's two things I have to say. It is contagious, Howard. Don't dare go near that booth or any microphones or shake a hand or kiss a goodbye. Because when I went to AGT, I had a very bad cold, and I went for whooping cough diagnosis, which it wasn't. But there's two very important things. Carol, you can get it from children not having shots, and also your shot must have wore off. So whoever's...
I know how
I don't have a whooping cough shot.
I never had one.
You have it when you were little, Howard.
Oh, for God.
I'll tell you how.
Maybe it's in the 3-shot.
Knowing my parents, they didn't get me one. I'm telling you.
No, I know.
Why didn't your parents get you a whooping cough?
We all had them. What happened was...
Yours worn off, right?
Right.
What happened was... We never got booster shots because
wait, I never had a booster shot.
No.
Oh,
you're not.
Carol,
listen, she's not a doctor. Marianne, I thank you. Marianne, you're not a doctor.
Yeah.
Please.
You
I'm
regret
not
having kids?
What?
Do you regret not having kids?
Yes, but it was unfortunate because of my illness.
You couldn't do it.
Well, I would have had to.
Adopt.
Pay other people.
Surrogate.
Right. Not all that. I couldn't do it myself. Yes, I do.
Carol,
I have a wonderful nephew.
Carol, the book is called
Up All Night.
Up All Night, My Life and Times in Rock Radio.
Yes.
It's in stores now. I wish you a lot of luck with the book,
Thank you. And it was a gift that was given to me, an opportunity. And
normally I would tongue kiss you goodbye, but this time I'm not, only because of the whooping cough thing.
Don't worry.
All right. As long as
fella, don't worry.
All right, I will not get it.
No, you're not getting it.
All right. Anyway, listen. Carol's been around. She's done it all.
Sort of.
And then some.
And not all of it.
And she's banged a lot of guys who very impressive list.
Well, they think they are.
Well, I'm impressed.
You are more impressive than they are.
Did you ever go in the studio with Aerosmith and watch them record?
That's the more fun part. Yes.
You did?
I've been in
What song did you see them record?
Oh, I saw them doing the Draw the Line album.
No kidding.
No, see that if you read the book. I've been in the studio with Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, Stevie Nicks.
No kidding.
See, that's the interesting part.
What did you see Springsteen do?
I saw him doing, working with Graham Parker. I saw him the end of the Darkness album.
Did Springsteen bang you too?
No.
Did he just let you in the studio to hang out while he recorded?
I was the first person who played his record in New York, if you read the book, by default in 1973, because I was working in Philly. He was a local guy down there.
Right.
We played the record. Andy W. wasn't playing it because they were having a fight with his manager. I got a job, and I played it because I didn't know they were having a fight.
Oh, so no wonder he had you in the studio. You were a friend.
I've been friendly with him and them.
He never tried to get in your pants?
He was going out with somebody else.
Yeah, but he tried. Stop it.
No. I'll tell you something. I was interested in the music and.
Right.
You know, I'm serious.
Well, they were interested in getting in your pants.
Well,
all right,
look,
listen.
everybody's interested in everybody else's pants.
Listen, Carol, it's great to have you here. I will read the book. Carol Miller, if I could read, I'd read the book. And,
you have a book.
You got pictures in there?
Yeah.
Of course. Any of you nude?
No, and there's never been one.
What a shame. All right. Carol Miller, Up All Night. Get the book. Thanks for coming in.
One thing.
Yeah.
5% of the royalties on the book are going to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
All right.
So there's a charity aspect, so that please.
That's very nice. You know.
Thank you.
Now, you see what happens when Steven Tyler has sex with you? This is what you end up sounding like.
Oh,
This
yeah.
really wasn't whooping cough. Just fucks the voice out of you. That big cock of his. Right, Carol? Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
We'll be back right after these words. Thanks, Carol. Listen.
Yeah, you're
I better
not
not
get
get whooping cough.
No, you're not getting sick, Howard.
I'm a sick boy.
Howard, I know how you feel, but
Well, you're amazing.
no, this has been going on for. I got it. It was like a month ago, and all I have is the residual.
No, I know. It's a pain in the ass to get rid of.
And you know how I got it? It was in these studios. Somewhere here in Sirius XM had it.
Wow.
And they didn't tell anybody, and that's irresponsible.
Right.
So people with low immune systems, I was right there picking up.
Yeah, you get fucked up. Well, anyway, you're terrific, and I appreciate you making the effort and coming in, even though you're not 100%.
Yeah, because something.
Very nice.
I pushed it off, and
No.
whatever. And congratulations, I haven't seen you since your marriage.
No, thank you.
And that party you had, it was wonderful.
Thanks.
And you look.
Thanks. And you're wonderful, really. And
your parents
congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I take a quick picture?
Sure. Your parents okay?
Yeah.
I see them on the show.
Yeah, they're hanging in there. Let's put it that way.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Great.
It's great. It's really.
You should read about my father in the book. Piece of work.
Yeah.
Read
Well,
it.
I mean, listen. You had a very successful father who was worried about you, and.
Yeah, but he had a mouth. He was your biggest fan. He would go, "Oh, Howard, I have to. Those girls, I have to go see it now. What time is it?"
The girls.
What are the odds?
The girls.
We all get two parents. What are the odds that any of us could get two normal ones?
One more. One, two, three.
You know what I mean?
Thank you so much.
Especially to you.
Oh,
no, what I'm saying to anybody.
My father, it's in the book. You read it. Hi.
Carol, you made it through.
I made it through.
You're a trooper.
Well, that's what I do. I may sound a little weird, but hi, Lisa. How you doing?
Good. Great. You did a great job.
I'm sorry that I sound like this, but you know something? Who cares? It's funny. If you can't laugh, then you can't laugh,
Unbelievable times. I mean, these
Yeah.
stories, you've lived the life that people can only dream of. I mean, all the people that have listened to you on the radio are dreaming about living.
I think that I took them in stride, because I knew it wasn't real. Do you know what I mean?
That this was this artificial life that you were exposed to?
Yeah, because I knew it was fun, but you don't go on like that, I mean, I was in hotel rooms where people were trashing things and ruining people don't do that. You're not supposed to do that, But I didn't participate in it, so I knew that wasn't the real world, but I saw it.
You were there to observe, and you knew where reality started and stopped.
Yeah.
Well, Carol, good luck with your book. It sounds like an unbelievably interesting tale. So.
Well, thank you, and once again, I'm very honored that I got a chance to write it, and there is a 5% donation, I'm making from every royalty to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. So
That's awesome. That's something.
if you get it, you're doing a mitzvah.
Awesome. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you so much.
Oh! Anybody else feel whooping cough coming on? I feel it.
I got it.
You got it too, right?
Yeah. I was 5 feet from her the whole time in the hallway.
Were you? You're feeling it, right?
I hope not.
I feel it coming on. So funny.
Hey, it was a nice run we had.
What?
I had a nice run here.
Hey, same.
You know?
Good man. I'm on the new iPhone, and so what I liked about it was you could watch. Gary sent me a link to his new TV show. He has a TV show on the internet.
It's called They Call Me Baba Booey.
They Call Me Baba Booey on the Nerdist website. And so I was in my car, and I could, I put it on. I was on 4G. And it streamed perfectly. The problem is Gary's show is so fucking awful that I literally lasted a minute. I really wanted to watch Gary's show.
What are you talking about?
It's so. I'll tell you why. And I don't want to be cruel. I want to be like I'm a judge on AGT. I want to be constructive.
Okay.
And actually help him.
Yes.
Because he's been around me long enough to know how to broadcast. First of all, Gary's new show is a gadget show. He reviews gadgets. And he's very, again, with the Sonos. Oh, Sonos. Again, it was his new show. Sonos. I love Sonos. So fucking, I love Sonos. He starts to talk about the Sonos. He doesn't talk about, when Gary talks, he's kind of interesting. When he reads, he's horrible. So instead of getting up there, and he could get up there on this stupid TV show that no one's watching. It's on the internet. Doesn't have to be, quote unquote, so professional.
Yeah, why write it down?
It's all written. You could tell he's reading off a teleprompter. It's just numbingly dull. You want to hang yourself. I was in the back of a car. I had nothing to do. I'm stuck in Obama traffic, UN traffic, whatever the traffic was. And I go, let me finally watch Gary's show. Now I have time. I'm doing nothing. And I turned it off after a minute. And he has this other horrible habit, which I should point out, if you watch this show, when he's reading off the teleprompter, I guess he wants to appear like he's not reading on the teleprompter, so he lifts his chin and he points it up to the sky, so you're looking up his nose and at his neck, and it's like, Gary, look into the fucking monitor. Look into the TV camera. Look into the teleprompter.
Talk to me.
Talk to me. It's just one horrible. And now, by the way, I only saw a minute of the show, and I wanted to hang myself. That's how bad it was.
So based on a minute,
based on a minute, I could.
I appreciate that.
Gary, when you talk about these gadgets, you're an interesting guy.
Right.
Talk about it. Why are you reading? You're a horrible reader. You don't have that finesse. And it really is kind of dull. Why are you not talking? You don't. You have special points you have to remember.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I tried doing it the other way, and it was a little, But
so to stop saying slow down. You talk too freaking fast anyway. When you talk normally, take a beat.
He can not fill a space.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's the internet. Nobody's, you could just kind of sit there like you're hanging out with me and go, hey, I want to show you how Sonos works because I think it's great. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a song. Now look at the screen. I can press this button and look what happens. Like pretend you're with a friend.
I don't disagree with you at all.
Yeah, it's a horrible show. Your show,
Well,
B minus.
hold on a second.
Your show's the worst show I've ever seen.
It's not a horrible show.
It's the worst show I've ever seen. That's how horrible.
Howard, you watched a minute out of 5 episodes.
Because I couldn't take it.
Okay, so you didn't like that particular part of that
If
episode?
it was the Gary I knew.
Did you get to the second part?
No, I just told you.
I'm just saying.
I can't
if
sit
I
there.
watched you on AGT for 1 minute and you weren't that good that night, and I said you were the worst
Gary.
ever, would that be fair?
No.
I'm just saying.
I never was bad on AGT. I'm a professional broadcaster. No, I wasn't. I'm a professional broadcaster. I know how to do it. And I'm trying to teach you. Stop getting defensive. You don't have to attack me. I'm probably, Gary, your boss is probably one of the most successful broadcasters in history.
I agree with you. I'm not.
So you're gonna defend yourself by saying you were bad on AGT? No, I was terrific on AG.
I'm not saying you were. I'm saying
you were horrible on your show. That's all.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Big deal.
No, it's no big deal at all.
Now I know why Gary gets bored in Vegas. He's a fucking bore. Bores himself to death. Where is that show? Do I have it? Here, you want to be bored? Everybody want to turn off the radio? Here. Here's Gary from his new show.
They call me horrible.
Yeah. Oh. Baba boring. And Gary is an interesting guy. That's what's crazy. And I don't know, is there a producer on the show? Someone who can give you direction?
There is.
Yeah, well, doesn't he turn to you and say, Gary, when you're reading, it's like that MTV audition.
You hadn't heard the MTV audition.
And you know, with the teeth and the Bootsier kind of delivery, I mean, it's just not, it's ridiculous. It's not Gary. It's enough with that. Do a show where I'm hanging out with you and you're showing me cool stuff. Then I'll watch.
Because that's the next one that I'm taping is sort of like that.
I was interested, because I was interested. I wanted to learn what Sonos was all about, and it was like if I was at your house, you would say to me, "Hey, Howard, you got to check out Sonos. Now watch what I can do." And you'd take those big fingers of yours, and you would start pecking and poking at them.
Why are my fingers big?
And by the way, isn't it ironic that Gary's a high-tech reviewer and technology geek reviewer, and this is the guy who uses Post-its to keep track of his schedule, and then he hits the keyboard with like a
one finger
at a time, like a caveman just discovering technology. Dear Wolf, I would love to tell you about Sonos. I love Sonos. I mean, the show's horrible.
And it's all over the place a little bit, too, right? Well, you didn't sit through because later on...
I don't care about Sonos, but if I was at Gary's house and I had him explaining to me why it's so great, I might be interested. And he's reading off this teleprompter with his chin in the air.
Well, it starts
not even looking at me.
It starts with gadgets, and then at one point he's reviewing, like award nominees for Emmys and stuff.
Look at the chin up in the air. That's it. Look, I'm not making this shit up.
Oh, my goodness.
I've watched 30. He reads the whole time like that.
What's
I
over
get a
there?
good
How come he's in that position? That's crazy.
I don't know. Gary, what's that all about? Because he's reading.
I think it's Bob, and I'm not in that position all the time. My head does Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
My head Bob. You know what I mean? Like I'll start talking, I'll go, and another thing.
You know what he looks like? He looks like a man who was in a car accident. You know, they put that halo on you.
Right.
You know, they
prop you up.
It's not even natural. I'm watching this show. I go, is anyone helping Gary with the show? Is anyone going up to him and saying, Gary, this isn't working?
Not yet.
His shirt's unbuttoned.
The reason my head is up in the air is I'm sniffing for gazelles.
It's a work in progress. There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I'm helping you now. I know you think I'm being mean.
No, I mean, I actually don't.
No one could watch
You're not telling me anything that I haven't noticed and I have been working on.
Well, then why would you put this show out on the internet?
Well, what do you mean?
Go redo it. Redo the whole thing.
Every week. So
take this one down. Trust me, you
do
can't,
it over.
There isn't a human being who could get through this for 10 seconds. It's doing you no good. And now I'm turned off to your new show. Like I mean, I don't know that I'm coming back for a second viewing.
Well, after listen.
I know. I'll waste more time trying to see if Gary got better.
Listen, if you put a minute into it, then that's what you get.
All right.
But
whatever.
I don't expect to have you back, but that's fine. You know?
If you tell me you stop reading, maybe I'll watch it.
I'll let you know when I do.
Take this one down.
You can't take them down.
Yes, you can. Delete it.
Iran took down YouTube. You can take anything.
You can't take it down. You can't take it. It's impossible. All right, here's Gary. Get ready to be bored.
Golly.
Sal's got the Gary mask on. He's got Post-its all over himself. All right, here we go.
Sonos All Room Audio, buying music you already...
Oh, it's unreal.
Sonos All-Room Audio, buying music you already own, and more tuners from my DVR, all on the next...
What did
They
he
Call Me
say?
Baba.
Something about tuna.
Wow.
I mean, he's reading, and you'd think he was on a network show where he needs to read. It'd be so cool. You know, like I subscribe to some of these. Like, there's a guy called the Nikon guy. I'm a Nikon shooter with a camera, and I like to, you know. And the guy, he gets on and he goes, "Hey, I'm reviewing the latest Nikon equipment." He goes, "So look, you know, he's like a guy. He's talking to you. The guy, he didn't read off a teleprompter. The guy can't even afford a teleprompter." Mark Seliger, the well-known photographer, does a video podcast of some sort. He sent me a link to it. It was fascinating. He talks to you about photography. He interviews different people. This is a guy. He's not a broadcaster. Gary's been around me for 25 years. I don't learn a fucking thing. Mark Seliger, who sees me once every 5 years when he photographs me for Rolling Stone magazine, has already picked up every nuance.
Where is Gary headed? He's saying that like he's running to catch a train.
Well, you know, we got a great, oh my God. That's what I said. When he reads, he speeds up. You would think there was an urgency about this. He couldn't just get on and go, you know what, we got a really cool show for you tonight. I'm going to talk to you about Sonos. In 30 seconds, I can tell you why this is so great. I'm going to make you want it. And then also I'm talking about, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know he said
We
tuna.
couldn't even understand the rest of it because it got so fast.
He's going to review tuna fish.
Thought I heard
Sonos All-Room
VCR.
Audio, buying music you already own, and more tuners from my DVR, all on the next They Call Me Baba Booey.
Oh, and you hear those teeth clacking.
Next.
Those lips and teeth are fighting each other. It's worse than JD and Jason going at it. Those lips hate those teeth.
It's like the Crips and Bloods.
Oh, my God, yes.
Crips and Bloods, his teeth and his lips.
All right, now, wouldn't you have turned off already? But okay, now you have to sit through and wait for Gary on They Call Me Baba Booey, and then he starts.
Do you know anyone who still buys CDs other than Susan Boyle fans? I haven't bought a
Oh, my God.
Zinga.
Wait, you just skipped
Who wrote that?
Actually, this sort of doesn't make your point because you skipped the Sonos part. I don't know why.
I don't know. JD did this.
JD couldn't sit through it.
JD, what happened to the Sonos part? Just give me the whole... Can you just put up the whole show, and we'll see how long we can last?
Are you saying that you have... JD, what is it?
Come in here, JD. Another mush mouth.
They took Gary's video down in Iran, by the way.
Yeah, the Iranian government just announced it.
Stop. You're torturing us. Did you start playing the second clip?
Yeah.
The first clip is Sonos.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. There's more to that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, got it. All right, we got to go back to that first clip.
Hey, it's Gary Delabate.
Oh.
You know, chances are you have a PC or a laptop at home filled with your digital music, including iTunes, Amazon Music, and more.
Oh.
There's also a good chance
I was like, oh.
subscribe to one or more digital music providers like Pandora, Spotify, and of course Sirius XM.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go down every music delivery system known to mankind.
We know all this.
There's the gramophone.
Why can't Gary just say, hey, I think Sonos is really cool for playing
There's
music?
cassettes.
Yeah.
There's 8-track tape, which was invented by a man named Lear, who invented the Learjet.
So I'm sitting there thrilled to myself that this is streaming perfectly because I have 4G now on my new iPhone. And I'm like, there's no reason for me to have 4G if I'm watching shit like this.
That's what you're streaming.
I wanted to turn it off already.
Listening to your digital music wirelessly throughout your house is easier and more affordable than ever before.
Yeah.
With a system like Sonos, it's also now available at a level of...
He's so professional. Mary, you have to come see my new show. It's so I bet you poor Mary's got to watch this.
Oh, yeah.
No wonder the woman's shell-shocked.
Mary, take it out of the oven.
She still doesn't know what happened. She got married and she still doesn't know what happened.
No.
It's been a miserable 20 years.
I'm watching Gary's show and I'm dying for like one of those telephone call modems, you know, like we had in the old days where it stops and starts.
You're saying traffic was more exciting.
People were wondering what led to the blackout in that show Revolution. It's Gary's internet. They took off all power.
Shut down the power. We have to get rid of Gary.
No, seriously, you would not still be watching? And if it wasn't Gary, you would definitely have turned it off.
Well, I would hang in there because it's Gary, you know, like I would try.
All right.
Sure to satisfy the most serious audiophiles.
It's like I'm at school and he's reading to me.
But he started so much faster.
Sonos is known.
Do you know,
if it's known, then why are you telling me about it?
You know what it's like when you were in school, Robin, they call in a kid and the teacher would say, okay, get up and read from your textbook.
Yeah.
And then that person gets up, and first of all, they're a little shaky when they read it out loud.
Right.
I mean, this is what I feel like a guy's reading to me from a textbook about Sonos.
You know what? It reminds me of those book reports.
Yeah. The other day, first of all, I would like to give a review of Sonos. Now, you know there are many music providers such as Amazon, Spotify. And he's trying to sound like he's not reading, but his chin's up in the air and he's looking at the teleprompter. I mean, it's a train wreck, this fucking
Posing
show.
like a statue.
Yeah. I recommend Sonos to boys and girls of all ages.
In a variety of ways. With the Play 3 by Sonos, your music options grow at a fraction of the price of the original Sonos
Those
system.
words are just struggling to get out of that mouth.
The Play 3 is a small, attractive 3-in-1 speaker system that is ready to stream your music.
I mean, this is like a Consumer's Report. I don't know. I think he's trying to be like every other one of these geek shows where these chicks come on.
Right. He's watched the other shows.
Yeah.
And he's
the eye candy.
falling in line.
Yeah. He's got their delivery with no eye candy.
Right.
Out of the box, I eat quality music lovers will appreciate. With 3 dedicated amps for each internal speaker, this relatively tiny speaker box can lay hard.
This relatively tiny music box. What did he say? Relatively what?
Relatively tiny speaker box.
Garbling every fucking word, simple words.
Which makes it appropriate for every audiophile.
At a low relatively price.
Who is watching this? Oh, by the way, there were 8,000 views because I couldn't believe it. I watched it 8,000 times.
1 minute each time.
That's right. Gary has over 8,000 views. There's nobody viewing this. If they are, they're turning it right. They should say this is the length of time they watched.
You want to know how long they last.
Right.
Horizontally or vertically to fit.
Horizontally, vertically.
Horizontally.
Horizontally. Oh, these sentences are run-on sentences, and he does not do well with those.
Easily add this to the system by pairing with another Play 3 speaker for true stereo sound. If you really want to enhance your audio.
Exactly. Come on. You wouldn't have been tuned out?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I said. I go, I don't care what he is saying. Gary, I don't care what... No, let's be fair. I don't care what you're saying.
Care, but Robin's saying she doesn't... If I took anything...
Some of the words are garbled.
3 words, I wouldn't know what they were talking about either.
But Gary, I'll play the whole thing through. It won't make a difference.
Fine, but...
All right, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to shut up right now. Okay, here we go. There's another minute 44.
Let's see if it gets clearer.
All right, here we go.
Add a Sonos subwoofer to the mix, and the whole experience gets that much deeper. This sub is the newest addition to the Sonos family, and I promise you, the sound is amazing. It will shake the windows.
This what? The sub?
The sub is the
sub. That's what I'm talking. I can't.
It's a fucking subwoofer.
I can't. Gary,
you're not looking at it.
Why can't you?
I understand the delivery is bad, but don't act like you don't know what it is.
Gary, it's impossible to not fall asleep listening to this. That's how bad it is.
You can say that, but don't say you don't know what things are when you do.
And it just sounds like you're reading a bunch of information that you got off of some other place that.
No, I actually wrote it.
Yeah, okay. But But this is ridiculous information.
Well, it's not ridiculous information.
Hey, the subwoofers. Just talk.
I get that. But you're even before when you said, well, everybody knows about music services, but you don't know that they can work on this system. And maybe I should have said it that way, but but don't say.
Okay.
You're giving me
all right. I have a headache.
Spotify.
Spotify.